And just like that, we're here. Hello, everybody. How are you doing this fine Friday evening? It is good to have you all here. As you guys are aware, tonight is a bit of a grinding night. I'm trying a few new things today, including repositioning my camera, which hopefully will not result in too many uncanny, stretchy jellos. But if it does, I just want to apologize in advance for that. Feel free to give me your guys' feedback on how that works. But yeah, we're just gonna jump right in. As you guys know, the last time we streamed this, I got shellacked, like utterly destroyed by a bunch of much stronger bosses. And so tonight we're just gonna grind and see if we can't get all cleaned up and ready to go. So with that in mind, today's countdown was brought to you by Jello messing around in After Effects, which you can't do some of those things in Premiere. And I'm not positive yet how long I'll stick with that countdown, but hopefully it wasn't too obnoxious. I kind of had fun making it, but it took like 2.5 hours to render, which on my computer is still a fairly decent chunk of time, so I was kind of surprised. Discount Pyroar, yeah, that's an accurate way of putting that. The Psycho, I don't know if we all have the patience for that. That was a lot. That character was a lot. Okay, so I recall we gave Rocky all of the experience share, for lack of a better way of putting it. And now we've got everybody else kind of dragging behind. So I gotta figure out how to like swap teammates out. So what I should do is I should make it so that Andromeda is not at the beginning of the team. We should set the ghost type as the main for now. And that way we'll just swap them out every time. And we're just gonna grind through here until we get like a lot more of these guys into the fray, and when they're all caught up, then we can, you know, hopefully take that monster on from earlier, because they hit hard. Nobody has evolved yet. You're right. It's true. Hey, Shiny. Hope you're having fun with it. But yeah, nobody else. No, I remember the cat girl. She was a character, but I don't think I have the patience to put up with her right now, but we will come back around to that perhaps. First, I want to try to grind, and this is a good spot to do it because there's a healing center like, oh, okay, well, you asked about evolution, here we go. Hey, Emo, welcome to the stream, and Rocky is now a scrappier looking mouse, even scrappier looking than he already was. I want to know what happened to his eyes, poor fella. But hey, that brings up his stats, so that's our first evolution, folks. Mark it on the charts. We got one. Pokemon, but without violating trademarks. Yeah, that's probably an accurate way of putting it. It's Pokemon if you don't violate any trademarks and aren't held down by the same policies that have made us all get really sick and tired of Game Freak in general. Right, we're gonna bring Ed here. It wasn't very effective. Good. I'm like trying to see how many of these guys I can spread this across. Because if that helps, you know, if that helps me in actually getting EXP, I'll do it. I'm gonna say Rocky went from small round boy to that kid that you always worried about in college. In college? Did I just say in college? Wow. I didn't mean to say that, but I guess that's what we'll go with. Yeah, define violating a trademark, right? This could be a stream you didn't watch. Okay, so yeah, splitting it up among all of them doesn't do that much. It just makes it so that all of them get a tiny amount of HP, so we're not going to keep doing that. Too bad, it was worth a shot. Or, did I say HP? I meant XP. In case it's not abundantly clear, words are not my strength tonight. So, yeah, tonight's going to be a pretty chill stream, at least that's the plan. We have, a fairly laid-back agenda. It's this, a lot. And we'll kind of play it by ear and see if other stuff pops up, but this is kind of where I thought we would start. It seemed like a good place to just kind of chill out, get caught up after a long week, just all hang out together. Appa, you're right, that did look like Appa. I didn't even notice until you brought it up. Alright, so Spoopy has learned a new gift, a new move. That's good. So how about that? How about that Pokemon announcement today? I know I'm not the only person who didn't watch it, but I got kind of the long and the short of it. Anybody? I mean, some of you were in the Discord, so you already talked about it to me, but I'd be interested in hearing everybody's thoughts. Oh, that's a critical hit. Well, that's rude. You just focus on two. One does the fighting, the other one gets the side experience. That's kind of what I'm doing right now. That's kind of what I'm doing. So I think I'll probably follow that strategy. We're just walking in circles and beating the daylights out of random objects. I don't know what happened to his ears. I don't know what happened to Rocky's ears. You know, if I could tell you, I would, but that just kind of happened. I didn't have anything to do with it, so I really am not sure what that's all about. But apparently he sidestepped a pretty dangerous move, so that's worth something. He sidestepped it twice. Wow. I don't know what his evasiveness stats are, but they must be pretty solid. Well, not literally random objects, but you know what I mean. I got a question for you guys. You know, people do those, like, reaction streams to stuff. Usually they announce this stuff, like, when I'm not even remotely available. But would, you know, me watching these videos and streaming me watching these videos actually be something you guys were interested in? And the reason I ask is because, to be totally honest, when I've seen other people do that, I've always wondered what the appeal was, so I never tried making anything like that myself. But if that actually sounds like something you'd be interested in, I mean, I'm open to the feedback. It just struck me as a kind of a strange trend, you know? I don't know what the lion's name was. Obviously, I'm not paying close enough attention to this stuff. But the good news is my ghost type is leveling up. Now, I'm gonna go... Okay, well, I was gonna go heal up. But, yeah, Griff. Griff the lion. Not a huge reaction fan, but breakdown videos. Okay, so I'm not the only one. Good. Good, good, good. I was beginning to think I was weird because the algorithm... Holy Toledo, man. It loves making those. It's like, oh, here, would you like 16 different reaction videos on your dash? And I'm like, I didn't ask for any of those, but thanks. So if that's not something anyone else is interested in, good. I don't have to worry about how I would do something like that. There's still a part of me that's like trying to figure out what kind of stuff, you know, would be fun for everybody to watch. And I just don't want to... I don't want to just make stuff because it's popular, but I do want to make stuff, or at least experiment with stuff that might, you know, actually be interesting to you all. So, I mean, honestly, it was scary enough trying to launch a store. Like, that in itself was scary. Hey, look, it's Fidget from Dust and Elysian Tale. And there's probably like 2 of you who actually got that reference. Yeah, you know what, Tux? I actually can't disagree with that. That's probably 100% accurate as far as summaries go. Alright, I'm gonna put Rocky in charge again. I kind of want to catch whatever this thing is, but I'm afraid that I'll just knock it out in one shot. Or not. I might not. The problem is, what if I don't like the announcement? Jello doesn't have any way to emote my pain. Well, I just beat that thing up without trying to, so I guess we're not going to catch it after all. That's okay, you don't get EXP for catching things anyway, which I think is one of the stranger mechanics in this game. Boy, these Griff are, they're everywhere, man. I should have titled this stream, Jello Goes Around Beating Up Lions. That's what I should have done. A squirrel and a bat, Kirigumi. That seems reasonable. Hey, don't get me wrong, Luke. I'm not saying there's anything wrong with a reaction stream. I'm not the sort of person who I think can really do that. I'm sure you've all noticed this, but I'm not good at manufactured responses. So when I see a pre-recording of something, I'm like, oh, that's cool. But I don't know. It just seems like the sort of thing I feel like I'd have to script, and I just don't want to script it. Yeah, it looked like a Nimbat, exactly. It looked like a Nimbat. Tux, you and Tux both have pretty valid suggestions. I'm gonna put Rocky into the fray because this Griff actually has a little more strength. It used plasma cannon, didn't do very much though. Let's try double slash. That worked. We're just beating up Griffs all night long. That's tonight's modus operandi. Yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense. I think the problem is I wouldn't be able to stream it as it was happening. There's just no way. My life does not allow for that. I've got way too much driving in my life. So, we'll see. We'll come back around to that, but my guess is that this channel is never going to be super heavy on reaction stuff. Do others what, Emo? Other whats? Hey, Spoopy leveled up again. We're just going to keep spamming for Spoopy. Alright, I don't even know what this thing is, so let's have Andromeda go and deal with it. You're going to need a side video where you explain the type breakdowns. Well, here's... so here's the good news and the bad news, Tux. I have no idea how these type matchups work either. I had somebody actually go to the trouble of explaining them to me, and I still don't get them. Oh, I can't use tackle. Sheesh. Let's try tackle one more time. Dang, I'm paralyzed. He's just gonna sit there and take it, huh? Alright, Rocky, you're in charge. Yeah. Yeah, Higgins sent me a thing. Well, what I'm trying to do, Emo, is I'm trying to focus on knocking out... I'm trying to focus on knocking out one or two key Pokemon and then going and doing the others, because if I split it all evenly, it doesn't really work. So, my hope is that if I keep focusing on one or two at a time, then I can spread it out and make it less of a tedious process, because ideally, before the stream is over, we would be able to do, like, other stuff. That is just a Chocobo. I haven't even played Final Fantasy, and I know that's a Chocobo. So, you know. If Nexamon had an anime, would Coco be the resident Meowth? I mean, that's not entirely wrong. Did I say Pokemon? I meant to say Nexamon. See, this is the problem. This is the problem with Mon games. You get lost in the sauce and you start saying things you don't even mean. I'm kind of hoping we'll get to see Dodger evolve, but we'll see how that works. That was effective, huh? It was kind of slow. This guy has a speed advantage against me for sure, or at least with that particular move. Let's try Double Slash. Okay, I should have just led with that. Hilarious comics. I mean, that would be great, but unfortunately, no. Rocky learned martial arts. He has to lose something to do that. Okay, so martial arts is just a stat boosting move. It doesn't actually... It's just a stat boosting move. Do I want a move that just boosts stats? Do I want to boost stats? I don't know, man. I like these moves, but I guess I could disable Scratch. It's a quick hitter, but it's a pretty common maneuver, I suppose. I'm gonna throw this one out. I'm gonna displace Scratch, and we'll try martial arts. And now Rocky's already been beat up, so the next few, you know what? Let's just go heal again. Let's go heal again, and then we'll beat this person up with their Pokemon, because they seem to... I said Pokemon again. We've already given up on this, folks. I'm gonna spend the entire night messing this up. I want you to fight me again. Okay. That's not a problem. I can do that. That is just like Lycanroc Mini. That is miniature Lycanroc, and you can't tell me otherwise. Alright, Andromeda, you're up. You evaded Rocky Rifts. That's just a fun name. Hit him back with Double Slash. No, seriously, hit him with Double Slash. Thank you. Now do it again. Perfect. Katie Teedrich? Never heard of that. Yeah, I don't think there are any immunities built into this game. Like, a Pokemon game, obviously, there are some types that are just flat-out immune to stuff. I don't think this game has that. I think even if you're not necessarily as effective, you'll still do some level of damage. It just may not be very much by comparison. Okay, so I don't get anything for that aside from EXP. I was hoping he'd give me like something fancy and nice, but not so much. Well, here we go again, another Griff. Rocky, you're up. You fight this thing. I don't want to make the ghost that's holding its head in its hands deal with it. It's already juggling enough as it is. Alright, let's try this. I want to use martial arts. Okay, so he evades another move, and then we'll try Crushing Boulder. Huh. I wonder if that's a move that you, like, stack. Doesn't seem to be. Also, this other guy can't seem to land a hit on me, so that's great. Oh, there's the critical hit. Funny. Normal is bad, yeah. I mean, yeah, fire seems like it should be strong against grass. That just kind of seems intuitive. It's when you have, like, steel and poison that I start to get a little confused, because poison types use moves that are known for being acidic, and I would think that had some level of effectiveness on steel, but apparently it's just not supposed to. So, you know, it's funny, this is supposed to be a pretty common Nexamon, but I gotta say, Rocky is definitely an up-and-coming hard hitter on my team. And it's not just because he's the second highest leveled guy here. I think he just hits hard. What even is a normal type? I always thought of normal type as like the catch-all for we didn't know what to call this. Okay, I know this looks like something I've seen in an anime, but I don't know what it is. This is definitely not like Celebi, though. Holy water? That's, you know, I hadn't even thought about that. Yeah, these type matchups don't follow the Pokemon methodology. They're their own thing. Oh. Poison Cloud. That's rude. Here, have an icicle in the face. Oh, sure enough, it's a status condition. I'm kind of tempted to try to catch this onion-looking thing, only because it's marked as rare. A Digimon? Is that what it is? Let's take a look. What is the chances I could actually, like, catch this thing? It doesn't like any of the food I'm carrying, which is just... Oh, there we go. It likes the banana. Sure, we'll give it a banana. It didn't hit me. But the poison is really doing a number on me. Okay, well... Huh. I kind of want to try feeding it twice. Yeah, we'll give it a green pear, too. I mean, sleep is good, Emo. If you're getting to that time of the day, no worries. Alright, I'm gonna try to catch this thing now. With, Huh. So, this one with a fire type is apparently more effective, which I don't quite get. I'm gonna use the regular one, though. XXXBBYBX. And... I got it! Cool! That's true, Dragon. You're not wrong. This joyful plant Nexamon has a great sense of friendship and loyalty, and an unfortunate smell that not everybody likes. You guys like my Pokédex speaker impression? I'll try to do my next one more classically. We'll just send that fella to storage, but hey, we can say we have it now. Hey, they said not everybody likes it. That just because you do like it doesn't mean everybody likes it. That's the point they were making. Were you not paying attention? This frog's eyes go two different directions. Look at this. Guys, I'm supposed to be grinding and I don't get EXP for catching these guys, but that is a frog. I can't not catch the frog, right? I have to catch the frog. I mean, don't I have to catch the frog? Is that even an option? Don't I have to catch the frog? I don't know, Shiny, but if I were you, I'd grab it. And then let's do a Q&A section. Let's do a Q&A tonight, folks. I'm feeling like it's about that time. We're almost a half hour in. We should get started on those. Nobody has said they want me to catch the frog, which makes me think that the frog is supposed to... Okay, now I see chat wants me to catch the frog. Alright, let's try to catch the frog. We'll use... not this. We're not going to use you to do it. We're going to use... Rocky hits too hard. Alright, fine. You know what? We'll have the ghost try to do the trick. Alright, let's try... Phantom Abyss. Well, that did next to nothing. Okay. We'll try Scratch. How does a ghost even know Scratch? Is that a thing that can happen? Okay, how about Double Slash? Oh, whew, okay, that definitely did the trick as far as smacking it over the head goes. Okay, let's try feeding it and see if any of this stuff will... Oh, wow. It really likes this starfruit thing. But I get the idea everybody likes a starfruit thing. I don't know if I want to use it on this guy. I should probably save it for like a really fancy dude. So we'll give him a donut. Would I rather have 2 limbs or double sets of my current limbs? So you're asking me if I want to choose between having 8 arms and legs versus just 2 arms and legs. Ugh. It's kind of a grim question. I never thought about that one, to be honest with you. I love how the frog is just like, I love donuts. I want all the donuts. Alright, let's try to catch this guy. And I'm going to use my fire type one, which will boost my stats significantly. Here's hoping. I gotta think about that one, but I'm gonna say, Tux, that I think I could get used to having... I think I could get used to having the extras, and since I'm gonna look a little bit different, regardless of whether I have half my current limbs or double, I'd rather go for the extra utility. B-A-B-Y-X-X-Y-A. Come on. I was gonna say, I've gotta catch it after all that effort. Alright, let me try this in my best Pokédex announcer voice. It doesn't pay too much attention to anything that could stress it out and lives a tranquil life absorbed in its own dreams. You and me both, Rybombo. That's my vibe. Am I a cat or a dog person? I've had more cats in my life. I've never owned a dog. But I think both have significant pros and cons. So that's my thought on that. Alright, I gotta give Rybombo a name. I mean, come on. You know what? I'm just gonna call him Chat Frog, because everybody universally agreed that we needed to keep Chat Frog. So we're calling him Chat Frog. Unfortunately, Chat Frog, you've got to go to storage, because I already have an established party. But yes, that was a great frog. 10 out of 10, wood frog again. You want to heal me up again? Thank you. You know, it's nice that these guys are so generous with the healing potions and everything. Ah, here we go again, another Griff. Another day. Another pseudo-Litleo to beat the daylights out of. One-shot KO. Dang, this cat ain't fooling around. Good for you. Wow. I mean, yeah, I'm technically a Pokemon, but, you know, it's not the same thing. This is a Nimbat. This is a Nimbat slash... I don't even know. I kind of want to catch it too, but I can't just keep catching everything I think is cute. Like, that's not practical. We're not here to do that. We're here to grind. Right? Right, chat? We're here to grind, not here to catch every random cutie that I managed to run into by accident. I gotta stop getting attached. Rocky, you're in charge this time. Okay, so that didn't do boo diddly. Let's try double slash. Wow, that was a brutal hit. Yeah, I gotta see past... I gotta see my past... I gotta see past my desire to catch all the cute things I find and steal my heart and harden myself for the many perils ahead. I'm gonna be able to... What level am I stopping at? Well, in the last battle I was in, I got utterly shellacked. So I'm thinking my team probably collectively all need to be around level 15 at least for me to survive. The game didn't give me any set indicator about where I should be, but that seems like a reasonable figure. That's my thought. Obviously, it's not, you know, a super speedy process, but Andromeda's already passed it, and Rocky's quickly catching up. So I'll probably pass some of his EXP charms onto somebody else once he's in. Oh, I forgot Rocky was paralyzed. Okay, well, I'll make it Griff's problem. Or I'll make the Griff Andromeda's problem. At least level 15, yeah. So I got a lot of work to do, basically. I thought earlier that nobody would want to watch a stream where I was grinding, and then I had several people tell me that in fact they would be totally fine with watching a stream where I was grinding. So I'm grinding. But yeah, you're right. This is just Appa. I didn't even realize the first time I looked at it, but that's Appa. I love Appa. Appa is a valid old man. Well, right now Andromeda's the only one that's even close to being the correct level. Everybody else is way behind. So, next question. Keep them coming, folks. They can't all be action-packed streams where I completely lose my mind in front of everybody, right? Although, for what it's worth, guys, I do plan on returning to the Sonic Adventure series, but I'll be doing it with Sonic Adventure 2. I'm sorry, I just don't have it in me to go back and replay the original as Tails and all the other characters. I just don't have it in me. That's one of those things where, like, to do that, I would need a bribe. And I didn't even mean to bring this guy out here, but okay. That was a mistake. Let's try that again. Rocky, that's the one I meant to call out. If I had the chance to actually turn into Jeloetta, would I take it? Wait a minute, are you implying, Isael, that you don't think I'm really Jeloetta? I'm just gonna stare at the camera. Go think about that question for a while. Yeah, that was pretty painful, Shiny. That was painful. Instead of a challenge, a question, a challenge. There are 3 states that start with the letter A. Name them all within 10 seconds of reading this. Let's see. There's Arkansas. There's Arkansas. Shoot, what are the other ones? Alabama and Arkansas, yeah, okay, I failed the challenge, but there's Arkansas, there's Alabama, and then there's... For some reason my brain kept saying Atlanta, which is a city in Georgia, so I don't know why it was suggesting Atlanta. And I'll bet it's a really obvious one that's, like, right next to where I actually am, and I would have just... Sales like, next! 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 Alabama, Alaska, Arizona, Arkansas. Ugh, those are all obvious ones, too! Arizona, Alabama, Alaska, come on. Alright, well try me with another one, guys. That was fun. I failed, but I would totally do it again. Gotta keep my brain working. Hit me with more. Not literally, please. My physique can't take it. Tux, that's mean. That was rude, Tux. You can't do that to me. I mean, you can, but... Let's do another fight. Oh, this dude, okay. I've had enough of this guy. Name as many founding fathers as I can. Oh gosh. As many founding fathers as I can? Well, that depends on your definition of a founding father. Because for me, I think of all these people who signed the Constitution, but there were a lot of other people who were involved that didn't sign the Constitution. I don't even mean to say the Constitution, I'm trying to say the Declaration of Independence. Maybe we shouldn't do these challenges. I'm not very smart tonight. Alexander Hamilton. All 50 states in 60 minutes. I don't think I can do that, but tell you what, I'll name as many states as I can, and one of you keep track. Or more than one of you keep track, if that makes you feel better. And the time starts... The time starts when the thing I see over there says 37 minutes, so in 10 seconds. Let me do the states one first, Tux, and then I'll come back to you on that one. Alright, starting now. Alabama, Arkansas, Alaska, Kentucky, Kansas, Washington, Oregon, New Jersey, New York, Rhode Island, Delaware, Montana, Minnesota, Oregon, California, Nevada, Idaho, Wyoming, Louisiana, Mississippi. Probably said Michigan already. I'm sure I'm going to repeat a few of these. Delaware. South Carolina, North Carolina, North Dakota, South Dakota, Virginia, and West Virginia. So that's 6 right there. Who else am I thinking? Who else? I know I'm missing some obvious ones. I'm probably missing a state that one of you lives in, and they're just waiting for me to remember that that state exists. Okay, Rocky reached level 15. Good. Okay, well, now I'm looking at somebody else's, so okay, I can't catch another fire frog. We've got our limit here. I can't, well, Dragon, Luke, if I knew you were going to put him up there, now I'm cheating. We got Colorado, which I just read off of yours, which I should have known, because I have a friend in there. I know there's some really obvious ones. Oh, Iowa, Indiana. Those are both I states that I should have remembered. Okay, I don't know why I used an ice type move against a fire type, but that seemed to work okay. No, it's totally fine, Luke. I feel like I've cheated now. Oh, I gotta exist a skill. Let's remove Scratch. Yeah. I don't know. I've already lost track of where I was. Shoot. I know there's at least one state. I think there's at least one. I'm afraid of saying there's any states that start with particular letters because I don't know. Shoot. I don't know. Kentucky, Kansas. Did I say Kansas yet? If I didn't say Kansas yet, I'll say Kansas now. I know I said Louisiana. Okay, maybe we should move on to the next question since I've kind of already failed this one. There are no states that start with B. Hey, I never said there were any states that start with B. Have a good night, Emo. What the heck is this thing? Okay, I wasn't even trying to introduce you to the fight, so I'll make you deal with it. I don't know what the 5 elements in Chinese mythology actually are, Higgins. I feel a bit awkward betraying my ignorance, but I don't know a ton about Chinese mythology in general. That's kind of a blind spot for me, so I can't name all of the tables in the table of the elements. In fact, I defy anyone in chat to do so without looking them up. Name a word in the English language which has 3 successive pairs of double letters. Successive meaning... You mean like... A word in the English language that has... I don't even know why I used that move. Fire, water, wood, air, metal. Okay, that makes sense. Wow, this is trippy looking. That's something you don't want under your bed at night. Well, let's try double slash. Okay, I don't know why I even thought that was a good idea. Let's try icicle. Let's put some ice on this sucker. Let's put this joker on ice. You heard me. I said it. Wow, none of my moves are particularly effective against this guy. Well, it's a good thing I beat him anyway. Okay. Maybe he'll get me next time. Let's hope not. I gotta go and heal up again. These trainer battles are a good opportunity, but I don't get very many of them. Tennessee, Texas, Utah. Please tell me I didn't leave out Washington. I'm gonna be so embarrassed if I left out Washington. Alright, give me a new challenge. Something that, like, might be within the realm of my actual knowledge. You guys are apparently either far smarter than I am, or expect me to be far smarter than I am. One or the other. I mean, I can name some elements, but not the whole table. My knowledge is I have one of those knowledge bases that's, like, good for Trivial Pursuit. But not necessarily for, you know, specializing in a particular thing. Name all Pokemon. Good. Alright, you guys... When I said give me a challenge, I meant something within the feasible range of possibly something I could do. Why are you being so cruel to me? Bookkeeper. Oh, that's a good choice. I like that one. Name all Pokemon. That would take me the whole stream. Why you guys gotta do me like that? What did I do to make you all dislike me? Name the most name all evolutions. Okay. Name all the badges in Gen 1 Pokemon in order. I never beat Gen 1 aside from the Let's Go games, so I don't know if I can do that, but I'll give it a shot. There's the... Nope, I'm not even gonna bother. I can't. But I can do I can do all the evolutions. That one's fairly straightforward. We got Vaporeon and Flareon and Jolteon and Sylveon and Umbreon and Espeon and Leafeon and Glaceon. And I'm stopping there, and if you guys pull some out that I didn't include and accidentally just overlooked, I think I'll just end the stream right here. The most famous Pokemon right now? I don't know, what is the most famous Pokemon right now? Do they sort Pokemon in order of fame? I mean, if we're gonna talk fame, I would think Pikachu, since he's kind of the face of the brand. But that's just, you know, me spitballing based on the fact that it's Pikachu, and Pikachu's kind of like a video game Mickey Mouse. You don't even have to play video games to know who he is. For Chat. You can change Eevee's name to evolve it in Pokemon Go, but I think that's the only case where that's actually like a thing. For name all of the G-Max forms. Gosh. Well, there's Gigantamax Eevee, Gigantamax wait, do they have like a special naming convention that they use for them? We should go back to Q&A. I feel really stupid. What we should have named the stream was Jello fails spectacularly at intellectual exercises. Oh my goodness, how many of these Griff do you think there are? I'm beginning to see a pattern here. Alright, Rocky, you're in charge again. Name all the Pokemon types. I've had my confidence so crushed already that I don't even think I can do that, but I'm gonna try. So we've got normal types, fire types, water types, grass types, ghost types, fairy types, psychic types, steel types, rock types, bug types, poison types. I think I said ice types, but just in case I didn't, I'm going to say it again. Come on. One of these moves has to land. There we go. Did I get all of the types? I think I got all of the types. Okay, so Rocky's leveled all the way up. Real quick, let's change my team and give the synergy stones that Rocky is sporting here to somebody else. All of the partners in the first 2 Paper Mario games. That's a good one. Let me think. Alright, we're gonna give them to Squishy here. Maybe Squishy can use them. So in the first Paper Mario, I know for sure that we've got Goombario, Cooper, and this is not in any particular order, but it's the order that I remember them being in. So we've got Goombario, we've got Cooper, we've got Bombette, we've got Lady Bow. Okay, see now I forget the order. We've got Lackluster, or Spike, if you prefer. We've got Sushi, and I think there was one in between those. Let's see, there's a Cheep Cheep, there's a Lakitu, there's a Cheep Cheep, there's a Lakitu, there's a Goomba, there's a Bob-omb, there's a you know what? Actually, Spoopy might be good enough to beat this on their own now. Oh, Dragon type. Okay, well, name all of the Toads. Yeah, that's not gonna happen. I'm thinking I think there's at least one more in the first Paper Mario that I'm overlooking. Okay, how many times? You know, I'm not too fond of the way this ghost type is performing. I need you to actually hit the guy. Okay, well, you failed spectacularly. Rocky, you do it. This ghost doesn't know what it's doing, apparently. Oh, yeah, Watt! I never remember Watt, because in my opinion, Watt is the least memorable of the group. There's not a lot of personality in Watt, but I knew the Shy Guy chapter had one, and I just wasn't remembering what it was. So yeah, there's Watt. But I think that's all of them. And then in the next one, we've got Goombella, who is just a rip-off Goombario, and I don't care for her nearly as much, because her tattle is far more complex than any tattle has the right to be. I'm not even going to bother with Spoopy. They don't know what they're doing. We're going to make it Rocky's problem again. Sorry, Shiny. Don't mean to insult your favorite. We all have our favorites. Watt was never mine. Alright, so in the sequel, we've got Goombella. We've got that unnamed Yoshi. You can name the Yoshi whatever you want. We've got Koops, who is just Cooper if he was more pathetic. What's the guy? Oh, Flurry. There's Flurry, who is probably the only one besides Vivian who has, like, no actual species frame of reference that I'm aware of. Vivian's a Shadow Siren, of course, but, you know, they're not too common either. But Flurry, I don't think I've ever seen anything other than the original Flurry. Okay, that worked. Like, I want to use Spoopy, but none of their moves are actually hitting in these guys, so I feel like they're not the best choice for this. Alright, Rocky, you're up. Let's see, there's the Yoshi. There's the Bob-omb dude, what's his name? No, not Captain. It's some military rank. General? No, not general. He's not that high up on the list, I remember. He's a bomb of some kind. I actually still haven't finished the 1,000-Year Door. I think there are several... Oh, Admiral. Bomb... Here's the problem with the 1,000-Year Door. I kept getting lost in that game, and so I would like get impatient with it and put it down, and then I'd come back and I'd be like, what are the names of all these people? Like, who are these guys? Okay, I'm gonna dump tackle. Admiral Bobbery, there we go. Oh. Hey guys, my starter's evolving. What did we get? We went from cat to another cat. But now this cat looks a little more eager to be here, so that's cool. Cool! I got bigger cat. Hey, I'm trying to beat you up. Come back here. Miss Mouse. Yes, I remember Miss Mouse. I actually did go out of my way to try to get Miss Mouse, and I've discovered that Miss Mouse has literally no practical usage in like 98% of the game. Unless you're just a psycho completionist, which I have never been when it came to RPGs. So I gave up on Miss Mouse entirely. I'm like, well, you're here, but I don't know why I went out of my way to do that. What's funny is, so here you go. Here, this should give you a... Okay, this just feels wrong. This should give you guys an idea of like how weirdly obscure and like unusual my trivia is. I forgot that Miss Mouse's name was in the game's roster temporarily, but I can also tell you that she has an entire song named for her in the Mario Dance Dance Revolution Mario Mix, which takes place in the cabin scene on a mountain, which you then end up having to bobsled down during the next number. Or actually, I think it's the number after that. So, obviously, I do know things, just nothing that anybody's asking me about. Squishy has leveled up. Good for Squishy. About darn time. Alright. We're gonna swap my teammate out at the front again. Alright. Ed! You're in charge now. Let's bring out the llama. You didn't understand what I just said? Let me rephrase it. Miss Mouse has a song called Miss Mouse's Song in Dance Dance Revolution Mario Mix for the Nintendo GameCube, which takes place inside a cabin. That's the background in which the scene is supposed to take place. So that should give you an idea of the fact that I do know things, just not the things that you guys are asking me about. I'm glad I could bring something useful to the table. Ed learned the new skill immediately. Good for Ed. Ed is like, I have been part of this team and accomplished nothing, and I want to learn things now. Put me out there, you soggy donut. And I'm like, all right, relax. I'm coming. You can go. You can go and do your thing. Okay, well that was just a cool looking move visually. I'll give him that. Let's try Icicle now. Okay, cool. You can't sleep? Well, if you fall asleep while listening to me, I'm glad you got your rest, but also that's going to make me have questions about my ability to entertain. Rocky, you're up, because I have a feeling you're going to be saving my bacon later. Wow. Rocky is just like, you know what? I've decided that I will make it my life goal to beat the daylights out of everything that crosses my path. Like, this scrappy little mouse went from reasonably scrappy to, I think I'll just kill you now. And that's quite the character development, let's be honest. How many Griffs have I defeated? I don't know. I'd have to rewatch the footage to find out, but Obviously, it's been quite a few. Let's beat him up with Double Slash. Yep. Double Slash seems to be Rocky's go-to beat the ever-loving daylights out of whoever it is move. That's just how he vibes. Why are there so many Griffs? That's my follow-up question. Alright, you know what? Take this, lion boy. I'm gonna beat you over the head with slashing current. Name 4 different sports Mario has a game for, not including any featured in the Mario and Sonic or Mario Party series. 4 different sports Mario has a game for. So that does not include the Mario Sports Mix either, because that's technically 4 games in one. Well, there's Mario Hoops 3-on-3, which technically was remade later in the aforementioned title, but it started off as its own game, so that was Mario and basketball. There's obviously Mario Tennis, Mario Power Tennis, Mario Tennis Ultra Smash, and Mario Tennis Aces. So there's, you know, plenty of tennis in Mario's history. There's Mario Golf on the 64. There's also technically NES Open, which is the first Mario Golf game, even though you could only play as Mario or Luigi. And they actually made Peach and Daisy the caddies, which was kind of a weird thing to do back then. You know, since they were the princesses and everything, and you wouldn't think of that being like that, but whatever. And then, of course, there's, you know, the Strikers series, which is just Mario plays soccer far more violently than you would expect him to. And then, well, there's Mario Strikers, and then there's Mario Strikers Charged. And then there's Mario Super Sluggers and Mario Superstar Baseball. So if you want to talk about his baseball games, there's those. I've probably named 4, but I guess I could keep going. There's also technically Mario's, there's also technically Mario Tennis. It's Mario's Tennis. That's how it's pronounced on the Virtual Boy. Mario's apostrophe Tennis, which I always thought was a little bit funny to name a game. See, I know things, just not any of the things you guys are asking me. I do appreciate the ego boost, though, Tux. I do appreciate that. Let's not use that move, because that probably won't actually work, but I'll have Andromeda go in and take care of this one. Yeah, Caddy's a golfer's assistant. You know what's funny? I've played a lot of Mario Sports titles, but the one series that I've never given even a passing thought to, amusingly, is Mario Strikers. I've never played any Mario Soccer. Tastes pretty sweet. The Virtual Boy. The Virtual Boy was what the kids call a mistake. There's really no other word for it. It's what happens when you're trying to shove something out the door without really bothering to think about whether it's a good idea. And that's just kind of what happened. It had some interesting ideas, but it just wasn't going to work out the way it was being designed. The technology wasn't up to par. The library wasn't up to par. The manufacturing, the whole thing was just, it was a mess. It failed horribly, and it wasn't even necessarily the designer's fault. They tried to do something that Nintendo tried to force something that was just really not going to work in the first place. Take care, Nora. Thanks for joining in. Thanks for hanging out. It was good having you. Yeah, I never played the Mario Strikers series, which is funny because, you know, I've played quite a few Mario Sports games, but I never touched those. It was one of those games where it's like, you know, it's probably harmless, but you feel like your parents would look over your shoulder judgmentally. Because I grew up with video games that I had to go and buy. Like, if I had video games, usually I went and purchased them. They weren't usually purchased by family members, which meant, you know, if you wanted to go and buy a copy of a game, you had to be like one of the, you had to ride this delicate balance where you didn't like want your family to look at you judgmentally for deciding that a game was a good idea to pick up. So I had to play this kind of cat and mouse game with myself. It's like, okay, be careful. Don't pick something that'll make them question your purchasing decisions, because if you do that, you'll have to have more questions answering down the road. So that was just something I didn't want to do. Yeah, I like tennis. Tennis is probably my favorite go-to sport among the Mario series. Although, there is a new golf game coming out, and I am actually interested in that, because I haven't bought a Mario Golf game since Toadstool Tour. And I would probably like to do that. I think it'd be fun to do a golf stream. Don't you guys think that'd be kind of fun? I just play Mario Golf, and we get to do, like, the ultimate chill stream. Like, even chiller than me beating up this area. You only get 2 games a year? Israel, I wish I had your level of self-control, man. I'm not that good. I end up buying games, and then months later, I'm like, oh, wait. I didn't even beat that yet. What's the matter with me? Like, right now, I have a backlog of games that technically is probably close to my actual age. It's kind of ridiculous. There's no reason for me to have this many games. Never let anyone quit. Well, I mean, that's... As much as I agree with the sentiment, Tux, let's be totally honest. Some of the most peer pressure you can face in your life may come from your immediate family. And my family was no exception. I grew up in a family where Pokemon was banned. So that should give you guys an idea of what kind of hoops I had to jump through sometimes to get something in the door. In fact, it took me an incredibly long time to convince them that even having a video game console in the house was okay, and then it took me an even longer time to actually go and get the money to do it because they weren't going to pay for it. Now, to be totally fair to them, there was a point in my life where I had a rather unhealthy obsession, so it made sense to want to rein me in back then, but at the same time, I've gotten to a point now where I'm just like, not really as concerned about what people will think of my gaming choices. Although there are some games I don't ever play on stream because I don't think they're appropriate for everybody. Although they are good games, and I have occasionally wondered in an alternate world where I wasn't so committed to that friendly label. Yeah, that's... Israel, I'm with you, man. My family, not so much my dad, but my mother, she was convinced that Pokemon were just inherently evil. I'm not sure where they get that idea from. Like, I don't know where that comes from. I've never figured that out. But it's not, you know, I mean, I appreciate the fact that they were trying to look out for me. I just, I wish I'd understood their logic a little bit better. Because sometimes it didn't make a whole lot of sense. Hyper what? Good night, Emo. Good luck this time. Thoughts on the concept of anime girls based off the 4 main competitors? Here's the thing. I got nothing against Let me try this one more time. I have nothing against anthropomorphization. In fact, I think that done well, it can make a brand incredibly relatable. But I've also seen so much anime-styled fan art of things that really didn't need to have fan art that I'm like... And it wasn't that it didn't need to have fan art as in I don't like it because I don't like fan art. It was... Did you really have to make it look like that? And so that's why, in general, I tend to be skeptical. But, I mean, you know, I think anything that's, you know, meant to be wholesome, regardless of the artistic style, it definitely has some merit. So... Yeah, if it exists, there is an anime girl version of it. That's pretty much true. That's pretty much true. You're not wrong at all. There is no such thing as a non-anime girl version of something. Oh, wait! Actually, there is. You're looking at him. Hi. I'm the last thing on the internet to not be turned into an anime girl. Anyway. Now that I've opened my big mouth, but, not one of the official rules of the internet. You had to tell your mother that the Pokemon cards were a ripoff. That was, hold on, so she objected to you having the real thing, but no, there was no problem with you having an artificial... That seems a little messed up. That logic doesn't quite fit in my head. Oh, guys, look, Squishy's about to evolve. I did not give you a fan art challenge. Aha! Squishy became Sniflo. Sniflo? Snaflu? Okay. Basically, it went from round squishy boy to rounder, less squishy boy. I've had a few people tell me that I've had a few people tell me that I look androgynous enough as is. And considering how many people have trouble figuring out, you know, everything online, I just try not to sweat it at this point. If you could animate, there'd be a... Well, you know, Tux, that may eventually exist, but if it does, it'll be me switching forms after I use my signature relic song. That's an accurate summary, Asael. Higgins, I can't tell if your reaction is to Tux or to the fact that we just got this giant snail dude. Or maybe both. Maybe it's both. I don't want to use that. Rocky, you're up again. I'm basically just spamming Rocky for tonight, because Rocky is my premier hard hitter. Which is funny, you'd think that'd be your starter, because usually your starter brings out the most. You're not animating. Don't worry, Higgins. If I were asking you to do animation for this channel, we would be renegotiating a few terms and conditions for sure. So, sweat not there. Hey, I'm not criticizing them. I just said there'd be a version of that after I used Relic Song, but you guys have not seen me in my fighting form as of yet. So, Higgins is like, "You think?" I never watched Sailor Moon, but I've seen plenty of references to it hither, thither, and yon. This is just one battle with me double slashing whatever my opponent is over and over. Yeah, 24 frames a second, that's nuts. You did almost see me lose it, yes. But even then I did not have my alternate form prepared. I was not quite at that state. Wow, double slash, man. You don't need any other move. They called it Nexamon Extinction. Really, it should be Nexamon Double Slash. Everything can be solved with a double slash. Now watch me end up fighting that giant monstrous tyrant Pokemon. Nexamon? That giant monstrous Nexamon that we encountered earlier, and it just does nothing to them. Just to spite me. Ed leveled up. Squishy leveled up. We're getting there, folks. We're getting there. It's fun to watch you guys think this through. Like, gee, what does Jello look like that way? Okay, so we're leveling up pretty fast, but Burb here has not quite caught the routine, so we'll have to come back around to that Joker. I'm gonna get some more healing real quick. Get all healed up again. What is the color of punching? 70 minutes of grinding. Hey, if you guys are getting too bored, let me know and we can try something else. I'm not trying to bore anybody by making you all watch me do the same thing over and over again. So if you're doled out, let me know. Alright, we got other games. I just want to go through this, and I didn't want the series to end just because I got stuck on grinding, but I also didn't want you guys to be bored, so you know, let me know. A bug type? I'm not a bug. What are you saying, Tux? That's rude. What's for dinner today, Luke? I had clam chowder earlier, for those of you who are curious. That's right, I actually found time to eat. long before long before this thing even started. I had time to eat. Celebrating that we hit 70 minutes. See, this is the kind of thing I'm actually okay for. Like, emotionally, I can handle this, because this is, I mean, it's a little tedious, perhaps, but it's not so bad with friends. And then, you know, you guys, you don't see me losing my mind because of game-breaking glitches. I'm not repeating a boss battle 637,000 times because the game can't be bothered to tell me when I'm actually okay and when I'm safe, or, you know, decide actual collision rules. None of that nonsense. Oh, so the assumption here is that I get wings. I gain wings when I switch forms. I mean, it's possible. I don't know, I haven't used it in such a long time, I'm beginning to forget. Alright, Andromeda, you're up. I don't think Nexamon has online support. Granted, I haven't tried it, but I don't think it does. Wow, this thing is hitting hard. I'm gonna have to heal up because they inflicted another status condition on me, which is just rude. Fighting, flying. Alright, that's another healing. Woo! Let's get into another fight with this Joker over here. They look like somebody I should beat up. It's time to put you in your place, brat, they say. That's just a sign that I'm gonna have to shellac the daylights out of them. Squishy, I choose you. Wow. Wow, okay. That actually kind of worked. Let's try Hydrosphere. I mean, it's a fire... Oh, come on, really? Come on. There we go. And, oh, they switched types. Alright, let's try Hydrosphere again. Oh, it worked that time. Okay, that knocks one out. And they're bringing out whatever this bro is. Wow. Okay, could you make up your mind how many of these different guys you want to use? Okay, so that brings you out. I think Squishy here is going to be doing most of the cleanup work. This is the first time it's made a lot of sense to actually use Squishy, but dang, if Squishy's not cleaning up! Look at him go! Nice! Way to prove yourself, Squishy! Heck of a fight! It can be, I just beat you up. Did you not? She's like, it can't be! I'm like, well, it is. Bad news, but yeah, it can. And we're back to Griff again. I've had enough of this dude. The Tiki Beast is upsetting, I concur. That was a weird design choice. Yeah, I'm stunned. Smack him over the head, will you, Rocky? Thank you. Ed leveled up again. Ed is having a good night for leveling up. He's leveled up like 6 times now. And here's another one of these jokers. You gotta admire their consistency, right? Here, have some fun with this. You know, I don't know what the base attack stat for Rocky is, but it must be insane because it runs circles around this. Mr. Critical Hit, huh? Well, here, get a load of this. Oh, crud, I said it. I said it! I have last week's stream so firmly burned into my skull that I said it again. The big tree from Plants and Zombies. Yeah, that makes sense. Is there anything over here that's, like, worth checking out? It makes more sense to go this way. Hey, wait a minute. You're back. Okay, I guess we're gonna fight again. Dichala. Dichala? Dicala? 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 I don't know. Ow. Well, props for hitting hard. But I can hit harder. Rocky here doesn't seem to mind the majority of the stuff that comes and hits him, but he does sometimes struggle with recovering. But it seems to work okay. What the heck is that? Oof, that was kind of brutal. Alright, this should be easy enough. Double slash him. Thank you. Rocky got all the EXP that time around. But Squishy's the one that leveled up, because, you know, why not? Keep up the good work. I'll be watching. That's a threat. What if humans didn't age gradually, but suddenly evolved at certain ages? I think that would be kind of fun, but of course that would imply that humans don't just start off looking like small versions of themselves and eventually become bigger versions of themselves, which granted is kind of what Pokemon and Nexamon do. Less so with Digimon. You can start with a Digimon, you get this cute cat, and by the time you're done evolving it all the way up, it looks like some full-grown woman, which always just weirded me out. But, my point is, yeah, conceptually, that would be kinda interesting, but I wonder how drastic the changes would have to be. The Sims, I mean, you're right, that is kind of part of the mechanic behind The Sims. I can't argue with that logic. That's funny, I never thought about that. I didn't play a lot of The Sims. Anybody here, like, a big fan of The Sims? In case it's not abundantly clear, I've never even really bothered with it. Digimon makes 0 sense. I'm glad I'm not the only one who thinks Digimon are like, what even? I'll see a Digimon and I'll be like, oh, that's cute, and then I see its final stage and I'm like, that's not even recognizably the same species. I get that they're codes, so technically they could be modified, but why does Renamon exist in the same world as what is literally just, you know, a human wrestler dude? Like, that's not even... No. No! 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 Cactus, dog, fork, machine gun, human with flamethrower. Yeah, and that's like a relatively normal one, right? Paralives. Well, isn't The Sims owned by EA these days? Usually if it's owned by EA, it takes a bit of a hit, right? Sad but true. Isn't that kind of how that works? Ed is kind of catching on to this concept faster than Spoopy was, so I'm beginning to think Spoopy's thing isn't hitting fast or growing quickly. I'm beginning to think that's not a thing. Oh, really? That's... Okay, I'll admit that's kind of cool, Tux, but also, that explains why they just named everything the same. Like, that makes sense. But I gotta be honest, I still have always been kind of confused by the fact that all Digimon ended with Mon. I'm like, alright. Come on, come up with something else. Makes sense now that you've explained it to me. But I still am not entirely sure how I feel about it. Alright, Rocky, you go in there and beat this thing up some more for me. Wow, I didn't even feel that. Dang. You guys, oh, you think it's Bird's turn for a while? Okay, that seems fair, I suppose. Especially since Bird is, like, way back here. Let's grow them up a bit. I agree. Oh, jeez. 2 birds. 1 stone. And that stone is named Rocky. He's not even a rock type, but he doesn't care. He'll still beat you up. Rocky will see literally anything else and be like, yeah, I can take that on. Well, that was an instantaneous growth. Good. That is... Wow, you know, for a rare frog, I'm seeing a lot of these frogs. I'm just gonna say it. I don't feel like they're as rare as they're pretending to be. Alright, you're up, Squishy. I want you to hit him with Hydrosphere. Good. Let's have you do it again. Charles Entertainment Cheese. Imagine being named that. Like, you wake up one day, foreign world, and the first thing you find out about yourself upon gaining, like, full-scale self-awareness is that your middle name is Entertainment. And your last name is Cheese. Like, how are you gonna set a kid up like that, man? That just seems a little messed up. Rare isn't the rarest rarity. I'm sorry, but the way you said that, Higgins, just cracks me up. Yeah, rare isn't the rarest. There's something rarer than rare, which makes sense, but it's just funny. Explosive water. Well, obviously, I need to unlearn double slash and use explosive water. Who doesn't want a move called explosive water? I don't even care if it's practical, man. I want a move called explosive water. You kidding me? Hey, let's heal up again. Common, uncommon, rare, mega rare, ultra rare, legendary. Well, why do they bother having that many tiers? Why couldn't they just be common, uncommon, rare, legend? Wouldn't that have been simpler? They had to make six different categories for this? That seems like overkill. This isn't your average, ordinary, everyday rarity. This is advanced rarity. Come on, people. That's overkill. Alright, let's try explosive water. Oh my gosh, that looked so cool. That was fun. I liked using that move just to see what it looked like. 10 out of 10. We'll do it again. Here, let's beat up this lion-looking dude. Andromeda, this one... Okay, well, we'll use the ghost instead. Ghost person, you try to... you know what? Never mind, since you are a... kind of like a glass cannon. Andromeda, you're up. Rarity's a sign. I never played Yu-Gi-Oh! Yu-Gi-Oh! Was another one of those things that, like, my family was like, nah, you don't need that. Which, to be fair, I never had the same level of interest in Yu-Gi-Oh! As I did in Pokemon. I always thought that Pokemon seemed a bit more interesting just because, well, it did. But I don't know enough about Yu-Gi-Oh! To really have much of an opinion anyway, so... Common, rare, super rare, ultra rare, secret rare? Oh, yeah, that does sound kind of horrendous, Dragon. I keep calling you Dragon even though you've asked me to call you Luke. I'm sorry. Let's beat this guy up and see what happens. That would be an interesting mod, Isael. That would be a pretty wild mod, honestly. I'd show up for that. I'd like to do some more mods sometime in the relatively near future. I mean, I don't know what kind of... oh my gosh. Tux, that's insane. Why? Why are they gotta do that? Why they gotta be like that? Here, let's try this. Well, that works pretty well. We'll just try Slash to finish this Joker off. Oh, hey look, it's a... That mouse stole Loudred's ears. What's that all about? Oh, in case you all are curious, I recently placed an order on my own store. I got the t-shirt that talks about complaining about Mario Maker. I mean, I had to. Come on. What else could we expect? It had to be... It had to be that, right? I played the worst level in Mario Maker 2, and all I got was this lousy shirt. That's just something that's something I had to have. I didn't design all of these designs with stuff I would wear in mind. Like, I tried to be something I'd be willing to wear, but I also wanted to have some appeal. But I'll admit that last one was something that I was like, well, I hope somebody likes this, but I know that either way I want to wear it. Gotta sell cardboard. That was the entire train of thought behind the development process of Pokemon Sword and Shield, Tux. That you just demonstrated the entire train of thought. Bang. You're up, Squishy. Oh shoot, I sent out a water type against a grass type? That probably isn't smart. Now let's try ice and see if that does anything. Oh, well, that is not effective, but it was still a critical hit, so, you know, there's that. Okay, cool. Tux, the way you said that, I just got like these weird visual images that I really wish I could give back. So, thank you for that. Alright, let's do some more, let's do another Q&A, guys. Hit me up with another question. I'm feeling curious. How do you burn water? Yeah, that's a good question. It's a really good question, but it seems to happen a lot. Burb leveled up again, which, you know, duh. Grants planted status, which restores 10% of the HP, but prevents switching out or fleeing. Sure, let's give up Scratch. Scratch? Grounder? I need you two to help me out! If you bring me victory, I'll shine your treads! That right there is like the full extent of my limit of knowledge on YouTube parodies. Thoughts on first-person shooters? I'm terrible at them. I think most of them are unnecessarily violent. I think it's a genre that has become, unfortunately, synonymous with video games and has earned a lot of flack as a result because most people think of violent video games and automatically assume that they're the cause of society's ills, and they look at games like Call of Duty to prove it. At the same time, I think the genre is somewhat unnecessarily demonized in that there is such a thing as a well-done first-person shooter. There just aren't that very many of them. And because I do not particularly like violent video games to begin with, and by violent I mean realistic violence, obviously I don't have any problem with actual video game violence, I mean look at what we're playing tonight, but in general I would like it if the game doesn't feel too realistic about it, and most third-person shooters pride themselves on some level of realism, which just is not my jam. Leftover pizza. That sounds kind of nice. Why did Robotnik make... Yeah, that's a great question, Tux. I don't understand what the idea behind the design philosophy for Scratch was. Or Grounder. I don't understand most of their designs. Like, sometimes you'll see a design and you're like, oh yeah, that makes sense. Like, Motobug. Everybody knows Motobug. It rolls forward. It's basically the Sonic equivalent of a Goomba. It makes perfect sense. And then you get Coconuts, which just occasionally pops out of a tree and throws stuff at you. That makes sense, sure. But what the heck were they thinking with Scratch? That doesn't make a lick of sense. I'm sorry, Higgins. Yeah. I do like Splatoon. Obviously, I like Splatoon. I think that's a well-done first-person shooter. Partially because there's no actual, like, you know, death. I love shooting at things. I just don't want to actually kill anything. That's basically how it works. Let's try this. And that didn't do boo diddly, so let's not do that again. Here, try double slash. There we go. That should do the trick. We're getting there, folks. We're getting there. Burb is slowly catching up. Real slowly. Sausage or pepperoni pizza or pineapple? Nah, you're right. It was fine, Higgins. You were right. You had to use it. It was too perfect an opportunity to mess up. I can't even blame you or be salty about it. Ham, mushrooms, and olives. Sausage or pepperoni? I mean, if I had to choose between sausage and pepperoni, I would always pick the pepperoni. I don't even order sausage on my pizza most of the time. It has to be kind of put there by somebody else, and then I'll eat it. I don't dislike it, it's just I find that pepperoni is more rewarding. So is salami. In fact, you guys are making me want pizza now. So thank you for that. Ham? Okay, mushrooms and olives are great, but I don't love ham on my pizza. Like, I don't hate it, but I wouldn't eat it on purpose unless it was already there. So that's just kind of my take on that. It's not terrible, it's just not amazing. Why did I use this again? I know it's not effective on this Nexamon, so why am I doing that twice? That made no sense. Here, smack him over the face, will ya? No, no, no. I mean, smack him hard. Thank you. My favorite Nexamon so far, I don't have one yet. If Coco was a Nexamon, I'd say it was Coco, but Coco is not a Nexamon. Speaking of Nexamon, I leveled up again. Yay! Where's that other stone that I can smack? Yeah, well, there's a shard. I wasn't trying to get a shard, but sure, I'll take it. Here's another shard. I'm not actually trying to get shards, but, like, I can't complain about them, so... Paintball, but with bazooka, and your prime target is technically the ground walls. Coco as Mew, that would be interesting. It's like one day you find out the truth, and Coco's just like, y'all are all so stupid, you never thought to ask. Like, he's not even trying to hide it. They just nobody asks, and they're like, I'm not even gonna bother to tell you. Shardrian's pretty cool. I think my favorite, okay, I wasn't even trying to launch a battle, that was an accident. I think my favorite would probably be Rocky, just because of the fact that he's so reliably hard-hitting and seems to have a decent defense. And design-wise, it's kind of fun to look at, I'll admit that. I think it looks kind of cool. It's true, the entry barrier for Splatoon is low. Splatoon is like Tetris. It's easy to learn and hard to master. I've been playing a lot of Tetris lately. I'm sure some of you people who play games online around the same time as I do have noticed this. How we doing, chat? You guys still entertained? Are we still doing good together? I see there's 7 of you in the chat right now, which makes me think either some people had to go to bed or you're starting to get a little tired out. So if that's what's happening, keep me posted. Bloop. That's a great name. That's a great name for any fish. I love that. That's valid, Higgins. You would watch a Tetris stream? You see 9 in the chat? Oh, I only see 8. Funny. Well, hey! Hey, chat, tell me, would you be interested if we were to switch between this to some Tetris? Because I have 2 different Tetris games on here, including one which you can play as Sonic, which I think is kind of ridiculous, but it's there. So if you guys feel like seeing some Tetris, tell me, because I'm not good at Tetris, like, especially good, but I'm decent, and I do enjoy it. So I'd be up to play it if you guys want to see it. Let's try an ice type move. I don't know why I brought you out against an electric type, but it seems to have worked. We got 1 vote yes for Tetris. This sounds like you can grind some more, just don't make me do it. I mean, that's fair. Jello is like, if you have to, I guess. Alright, well, you know what, guys? We'll do this for a little while longer. We might even switch back and forth, like switch to another game just so that I don't completely lose my mind. Because to be brutally honest with you guys, I can only do this for so long before even I start to wonder why I'm still playing this game. So just swapping back to something a little more casual and then coming back to this, I thought that might be something that would be kind of entertaining. You're not a fan of Tetris? How can you say that? Who watches YouTube on the Switch? I mean, I suggested Nora might in the Discord chat earlier when they said that their devices weren't available. Oh, speaking of which, if you guys haven't checked out the Discord server recently, I've added a bunch of fun stuff. So go and check that out, because it's cool. And I think you'll like it. So, you know, shameless plug there. Speaking of shameless plugs, I'm also going to... So what happens is there's a campaign period for these designs that go on the store. The ones that don't get any real attention, I'll probably pull down unless they're voted for me to keep them up. And I'll swap them out with some other ones just so that we can get a good variety of, like, options. And the stuff that you guys see in the chats, like Coco Jello, will be rolled out as designs for later. So that's definitely a thing, if that interests you all. I I feel awkward bringing up the store at all because it makes it sound like I'm like making tons of money and hoping you all will buy things. So far from everything everyone has bought, I'm expecting to get about $20. So it's really not about the money. It's more about, hey, if you guys like these things, maybe you'll like these things. But trying to not do it in that way that Google does, where it's like, oh, you looked up a treadmill once. Clearly you're looking to start a collection. Like, that's terrifying. I don't know why it does that, but it does. Yeah, the Switch supports YouTube. You can actually get a whole separate application for YouTube on the Switch. It's a thing, believe it or not. Trippy, right? Discord's got talent. Believe it or not, I'm walking on air. Discord sings. Discord sings the various theme songs. Large collection. Okay, well, there's always one person. But anyway, I just bring it up, that's why I bring it up. I hope, if anybody's ever bugged by it, let me know, because, don't let me know in this chat, let me know in Discord so I can know to tune it back a bit, because I don't want to get on everybody's last nerves. I mean, hey, you know, Tux, if that's what makes you happy, that's what I've done with a very large Pokemon and Yoshi collection, so I can't really judge you too hard. Ouch, I got paralyzed. That's rude. I'm gonna try to use double slash anyway. Okay, that worked. Perfect. Ba ba bum 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 bum. Anybody else get the Intel jingle stuck in your head ever? Like, earlier today, I was driving home, and I was thinking of that song. Not song, but that little jingle that Discord is known for playing. Not Discord. Intel is known for playing at the end of their commercials. You know, the one that goes, dun, 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 dun. They even had, like, a bunch of people sing it a decade ago. I think that's kind of a neat little jingle, and they've been using it since the late 90s, if not earlier, so... or mid-90s. If Yoshi was a Pokemon, what species would it be? Well... according to a few people, Yoshi is just a logical progression from Dragonite, which I would argue with, except that Dratini and Dragonair make no sense on their way to Dragonite, so I could actually see Yoshi being at least a somewhat reasonable progression. No competitive games? There we go. I will now give you... I'll do the research and I'll give you guys a 15-minute video. Just a 15-minute video on the make, origin, and all that jazz about the Intel chime. And you'll have to hear me cover it like 6 or 7 times. Watch that be the first video that never got any views ever. A Tyrant? I mean, yeah, but Tyrant is too rough around the edges. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's nothing about Tyrant that feels soft, where Yoshi... oh my goodness. There's nothing about Tyrant that feels soft, whereas Yoshi is kind of supposed to feel soft. A lot of people play in Friday Night Funkin'. That's like a game that I haven't even touched. I go on YouTube and it'll be like, these are the games people are playing, and I'm like, I haven't heard of any of this stuff. What is this? Alright, Ed, let's see if you can take on whatever this Joker is. Okay, well, that's not a great start, but we'll try. Let's try this. Ouch. I don't know if I can take another hit. We'll try it, though. Whew, okay. Pole Storm. Nice, 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 nice. Good job, Ed. You won this battle. Alright, chat. I'm gonna heal up. Okay, I guess I'm gonna fight this guy first. I'm gonna fight this guy, then I'm gonna heal up, and then for a little bit of time, we're just gonna play something else, just because my brain is starting to get a little fried with doing the same 6 or 7 buttons over and over. So, chat, tell me now. Do you want... and keep in mind, whichever we pick, I'll be playing solo, so, you know, keep that in mind. But we can either do a little bit of Mario Maker, or we can do a little bit of Tetris. Cast your votes now. I'm going to engage in 1 or 2 more battles while you guys do that, and then we're going to save and quit, and we'll come back to this afterward, probably. Okay, I'm not even trying to do that, so let's try this again. Rocky, you're up. Chat's like, Jello, whatever you please. 1 vote for Tetris. All right, well, thank you guys for your consideration. 2 votes for Tetris. Okay, 1 vote for Tetris again. I'm not gonna use that. Okay, the chat is not particularly opinionated, but it seems like you guys are leaning towards Tetris / whichever. Okay, it looks like, yep, that is a significant leaning towards Tetris. Okay, Tetris it'll be. Sega! Tetris. And should I play the okay. Now I gotta decide between playing as the Tetris where I can play as Sonic and playing as the Tetris where I just play Tetris. Yeah, that's right. I have 2 Tetris games on my Switch. Don't judge me. Yes, they're both pretty much similar. Still don't judge me, please. I'm begging you not to judge me, basically. Have people actually speedrun the Mario Maker story mode? Yes, they have. I'm not one of the people to speedrun them, but it has happened. Alright, this will be the last battle. And then we'll jump into some Tetris. And I'll put you all on standby for that. He seems to be doing okay. Of course, he also keeps his arms crossed and just beats people over the head with his head, so, you know. I'm not really sure what Rocky's health decisions are like. Alright, chat. Let me just do this. And 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 we'll do this. And now we'll just swap inputs for a moment so I can seamlessly appear to change gains. Because, you know, what's the fun of it all if it's not seamless looking? But you'll still hear me because, you know, that's just how we do things. Alright, here we go. Normal Tetris? What's normal Tetris as opposed... Are you guys referring to normal Tetris as like something separate from Tetris? Hey, when I say you can play as Sonic, you gotta play from certain characters anyway, but I think I know I think I know what I'll do. Give me a sec. Did you guys know that the person who developed Tetris didn't make money off of it for like 20 years because he made it while he was working with the Soviet Union? So there was no like licensing method or anything. I bet you all didn't know that. Or maybe you did and I'm just shabonkers. It's been known to happen. I've been crazy before. If you guys could see my setup, I feel like you'd be like, oh, okay, how does this even work? Because it's definitely one of the stranger ones. Alright, here we go. And we'll just... Nope. Y'all don't need to see all this other stuff. Menu. And we'll just swap this screen over here. Oh, you know what, though? I should have picked the sequel because the animations on the sequel are cooler. Oh, well, we'll just do this. Solo arcade mode. Oh. I'm not really trying to do it against, not really trying to do it against the CPU, but I guess I don't have a choice. I was looking to just play the regular one, but I guess we'll just do this. Alright. Here we go. We'll do an endurance mode. And we'll play as I, who is my personal favorite in this game.
Let's start the lesson.
This dog has the most intellectual sounding voice. Alright, we'll play on Primp Plaza 2. This will be fine. These Tichiminos. Yeah, that sounds good. Alright, let's do this. Here goes. I gotta get used to this particular controller. Usually I play this game with a standard NES style controller. Gotcha. Okay. Well, we'll go with this. I had a feeling I'd feel that.
Beautiful.
That's fine.
Gorgeous.
I've got my own methodology in place.
Beautiful. How interesting.
Yeah, it is pretty interesting. Okay, good. We're doing alright so far.
Now,
Smash that, hit that, and that. Tetris.
now,
Listen, pal, I'm not particularly nervous about you. Alright, we're gonna hold on to that piece for now. Smack this thing around. You know what? Let's
now,
bring this out for now. And then this guy. Oh, right. If I can chain these guys,
beautiful.
I'll hit harder later when it actually lands, which is kind of part of the idea. Okay, good. 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 Ooh,
Beautiful.
good thing I had that
Beautiful.
on standby, huh?
Beautiful.
I gotta give this guy credit. He's actually giving me more of a run for my money than I initially thought he would. He's actually giving me far more of a run for my money than I thought he would. Maybe I need to change up my strategy.
Now, beautiful.
There we go. That's much better. That's what I was trying to do earlier, but this guy's stubborn.
Now,
He does not want to go down easy.
now. How interesting. Beautiful. Gorgeous.
Now, if I can just chain enough of these
Now,
together, we should be okay. Big emphasis on should be.
beautiful. Now,
Ah, I wasn't trying to do that. Okay, well, we'll go with it.
beautiful.
Alright. See, I think now I'm in a position where I can
Interesting.
say with some level of confidence that this guy's going down.
Now,
I'm sure Chad has got all sorts of stuff to say to me, and I promise I'm paying attention as best as I can. This is one of those games where I actually can't take my eyes off the screen for too long.
how interesting. Now,
Alright, well, I guess we're gonna have to use it anyway.
now. How interesting.
This stinking ball of whatever you even call it. There we go.
Beautiful. Now,
Good.
beautiful.
Good. Good.
Now,
Good. Come on, you darn thing. Give me the piece I need. That's not what I had in mind, but I will still take it.
interesting.
Good. Better. And I gotta keep going because I know they're just gonna bring the next guy in, so... This is an endurance mode after all. I can't sit on my laurels and rest. I gotta keep going. Tetris! Apparently, I share my character's tendency to call out his spells.
Now then. Now then.
I may have a large chunk of his taunt dialogue memorized by nature of having played as him so many times.
Beautiful. How interesting.
I'd love to know if you guys are like praising my Tetris skills or roasting me right now. Maybe it's a little bit of both. I have never considered myself a particularly skilled Tetris player, but I do enjoy the game, and I've been practicing it lately, not because of any great desire to compete so much as when you're in COVID, you know, you look for some ways to keep yourself entertained, and this is a pretty low commitment game that still feels rewarding to play. And I like that kind of combo that it brings to the table, if you know what I mean. Okay, I took her down a lot faster, so that's good. Oh, this guy's coming at me with Puyo Puyo! Hey, that's not cool! You can't just use Puyo Puyo whenever you darn well feel like it. Okay, well, I guess I'll just have to try to flip that. There we go.
How interesting. Beautiful.
Good. Much better. Alright, this guy's gonna hit me with something hard, I think. There we go.
How interesting. Beautiful.
The idea is that, in theory, I should actually try to build up my lines, but instead of doing that, I usually prefer to play a game where I like to, as they say, win by... I like to inflict death by 1,000 tiny cuts. That's my usual preference. Doesn't always work, but it's how I often like to play this game. I feel like it's a little more threatening to be able to hold it together, but I'm not doing such a great job of holding it together right now. Okay, we're gonna have to cheat a little bit here.
Beautiful.
We're gonna have to hope that doesn't hit me in the head later. Good. Good. Come on. Come on, Ai. Give me something I can work with here.
How interesting.
Good.
Beautiful.
Good. That's the wrong kind of piece. Shoot! Shoot, 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 shoot. Fine. Yeah, we'll try that and hope it works for now. This guy's actually keeping me on my toes with his stinking Poyos.
Beautiful.
I hate Puyo Puyo. Yeah, you know what? Two can play at that game, chump.
Beautiful.
Instead of stepping it up, how about you know, come up with something original. There we go. Good.
How interesting.
Alright. Better, 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 better. I just gotta get my momentum back. He really slowed me down for a bit there, so it's kind of a challenge to get back in place where I'm supposed to be. Alright. Sure, we'll go with this. Set. Set. I can't really use... Okay. What am I supposed to do with this? Alright, fine. We'll just roll with it for now. There we go. Come on. Come on. Ah. This is not going as well as I would have liked. That's what I needed. Good. You know what, pal? You can keep hitting me, but eventually I'll hit back. The real question is, can I hit back fast enough? This does not bode well for me. Oh, I'm doomed. Rats.
Try not to fall in love.
Well, I mean, 2 wins is worth something, right? Okay, so what did I miss? Because I know I missed something. This is exactly what this game is, Tux. That's exactly what... Yep, this is the one, Tux. This is exactly that game. So that was supposed to be in endless mode. Let's, shall I give it another go then? It seems like that actually went pretty well. So, shall we give it another shot? It seems like that was fun. I felt a little bad because I wanted to look at chat, but if I took my eyes off the screen for a moment, it was like, game over, man. Thanks, Jello. I appreciate that. All right, well, here we go. Let's give this another shot since you guys are showering me in compliments. We might try the other Tetris one just because it has fancier animations, but we'll do this one again first. How we doing, chat? We still good here? I noticed it's a little slower, so I was hoping I wasn't boring you all listening to me ramble/scramble. This is why dogs and fish can't be friends. I mean, I don't know. Chat falls silent. One match of Tetris and the stream is over. Alright, well, let's do this again. Let's see if I can best my previous score there. Okay, so that's good. Also good. Hold on to that. Keep that. Alright, this time let's try the more traditional method where I'm supposed to just stack up lines as much as possible. We'll see what kind of luck that gets me. I don't feel super confident in my ability to line stack, but in theory that's the best way to play the game, so I should probably try that. You know, since it's the recommended method and everything. Okay, you know what, we'll just use that to buy myself some extra space. Good. Not so good. Oh gosh, where did that come from? Well, here, take this! Watch, I'll do it twice! Yeah, she's doomed. I just cooked her goose. Yeah, careful about using slime moves on me all at once, pal. You might find I don't take to them as kindly as you'd expect. Alright, we got the first path cleared. Now let's just dump this on here. Because I know that any second now, I'll just clear them right back out. Perfect. Throw this in here. Throw this in here. Throw that in there. And nail it. Alright, I think I got this guy out of here faster than last time, so let's see if I can beat old Fish Face. That was certainly an experience last time. Okay. Good. Oh, apparently I'm running low on juice. Good. Ow! Yeah, that's kind of the point, my dear. That's what I'm going for is ow! Watch this. We'll do it again. Back to back, no less. And then we'll hit you with more stuff just because I can, and I'm feeling a little bit spiteful. You know, when they hit you with Puyo Puyo, the advantage they have is that your penalty moves don't hit as hard, but they also can't use their garbage as effectively as you can, so it's kind of a trade-off with that particular thing. Okay, that was probably not my ideal move, but I'll work with it. Okay, we're good. We're recovering. This is actually pretty close to ideal. Good. Good. I don't need that. Just slide that in there real quick. Oh, careful. Careful! Okay, so that one's down. Let me guess, it's back to... Okay, they didn't hit me up with the same fish dude as last time.
Beautiful.
Not sure why, but apparently they don't feel like making me face him twice. Should I be insulted? Maybe. Do I want to be? Not really. Okay. Nailed it! Not gonna lie, this game can get pretty thrilling just by the nature of, like, how much nonsense you can pull in a short period of time. I'm one of those people who, like, doesn't strategize all that much, but in quick games like this, I like to think that my biggest strength is my ability to react to stuff. Of course, it doesn't always work, but it's what I like to think I can count on most of the time. Okay. Well, that's not ideal, but we'll go with it. I'm over here talking about my ability to think on my feet, and then, of course, I'm instantaneously wrecked with several things simultaneously.
How interesting.
I had to open my big mouth.
Beautiful. 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 Beautiful.
You know what? I take it back. I did deserve that credit I gave myself just now. Just a little bit, anyway. Whew! Are we having fun yet? You know what? Get a load of this. Okay. You really do like that fireball spell.
Beautiful.
Props for your reliability, at least. Okay. Just use that to spam it. Use that to spam it again. Whew. You know what? We don't need that right now. But we'll use that, sure. Not what I needed.
Beautiful.
Okay, enough of these already. I don't need them that much. Alright, we'll go with this. And this, and this. Whoa, I almost misdropped that. That would have been a little awkward.
Beautiful. Beautiful.
Good. Alright, we're getting somewhere.
Beautiful.
We're getting somewhere. We're getting somewhere fast.
Now
Now let's just see if I can outrank this Joker.
then. How interesting.
I gotta use that, so I can't do anything with it.
Now then.
I tried that big plays thing, but
Cue the music.
oh great, it's this guy again. And he's coming in fast. Look at him go. This guy nailed me last time. I would really like to beat him this time if I can. We'll see what kind of luck I have.
Beautiful.
Good. That's a start in the right direction. The disadvantage with this guy is he moves really fast, which can prove to be problematic if he actually gets his chain in place. And I misdropped. Dang it. It's going to take me a while to recover from that. Maybe time I don't have.
Step it up.
Yikes. Come on, come on, come on, Jello.
Step it up.
Ah, shoot. Shoot!
Step it up. Serpent beat.
Come on!
Beautiful. To the way.
Ah, look at this. There's no way. Yeah.
Try not to fall in love.
Dang it! Erg! Erg! Whew! Alright, guys, I'm going to put you on pause for a moment. I'm going to change games and change controllers. And by change games, I mean I'm going to change to the other Tetris real quick. Because there's a lot of good stuff in there. So I will be back momentarily. Just bear with me for a minute. what did I miss? A tuna sandwich? What? Oh my gosh, that's terrible. Alright, let's swap back over, and we're back in here. There we go. Okay. And we'll swap over here. Perfect. Alright. Yeah, that fish hits hard, and when he does, he's not joking around. Alright. Solo. We're switching to this one literally only because the animations are picked up significantly, and also it gives me an excuse to bring out my that's weird. Bring out my NES controller. So we'll use you again. And let's change up the tunes and things a bit. This works. The Vortex of Space. Sonic Tetraminos? I think not. Standard panels. Yeah, that seems reasonably dramatic. Hey Ace, welcome to the stream. I'm glad you all are having a good time. I gotta be honest, I love Tetris, but I wasn't ever sure this would be a good streaming game, so thank you all for confirming that, in fact, it works. Alright, let's do this. So this is the sequel. They didn't change the dog's voice actor, but they did change some of his lines, and you'll notice it pretty fast. They also added a few characters to this one, which I don't think are in the original. I don't think. Oh, pfft. Did you guys see that? I'm already off to a weaker start. There we go.
How interesting.
Yeah, hit me up with junk. Go ahead. It only makes me stronger. Or something like that. Some such nonsensical statement from your average, ordinary, everyday villain. Alright. And now you know what I mean about them stepping up the animation quality between the first and second game. Wasn't that fun? Watch, I'll do it again. It even changes the animations if you manage to get multiple combos. You can't tell me that doesn't look cooler. Because that was just cool. That was rule of cool in action right there. Okay, Okay. We'll just use that to clear a line out of my way. Alright, yeah. Come at me with your... Watch this!
How interesting.
How interesting. Where did you get so cocky, I? Yeah. Oh, pfft. Wow, I'm a lot clumsier all of a sudden. Alright, well, we'll just try to break through it. This hopefully will be an easy fix. Don't you hate when you just bungle it completely like that? That's just awkward. It's like now that I've taken a break, I'm I'm here to show you all the ways in which you can mess up a game of Tetris.
How interesting.
Okay, but we're getting back to where we need to be. Mostly. Ooh, Tetris. Okay, good. Good. Now let's do it again. That should buy me some space. That should buy me a significant amount of space, as a matter of fact. Alright, she's out. Okay, I don't know who you are, but have fun with that.
How interesting.
Okay, just slide that over there, and slide that over there, and slide that over there, and slide that over there. And right there, and right there, and right there, and right here, and you have nowhere to go. I have a feeling I'm not gonna like what comes next, I was gonna say. Ah, shoot. I didn't think this through. Okay, well. Alright, we don't have time for any more shenaniganery. So I was gonna try to build it up, but I don't have the time or patience for that right now. See what I mean? Okay, well, let's hope I can fight my way out of this. I was too sluggish, and now I'm paying the price for it. Ah, shoot, it won't let me bail out. I'm done. Oh, well.
What an easy win.
Oh. Go eat a soggy donut. Alright, well. PowerPoint 2. Oh, Puyo Puyo Tetris 2. Alright, let's do this again. How we doing, chat? Still with me? Apparently my high score in this game is 6. I don't know how I did that.
Now then.
I'm really not sure how I did that.
How interesting.
Yeah, they stepped up the level of cocky when they designed his character for the sequel. I'm not sure why they did that. But in theory, he's supposed to be one of the more intellectual sorts on this group, and I always thought that was kind of funny. They're like, yep, the dog's the smartest person here.
Now then.
Oh, this guy.
Now then.
This is the one with like a ridiculously noisy voice.
How interesting.
Okay, could you give me a little bit more to work with here? There we go. That's better. Ugh, for the love of...
Awaken.
Awaken?
Beautiful.
That sounded like a threat.
Beautiful. How interesting.
Okay, we don't need that right now. Or that. There we go.
Now then.
Better. We're getting there. Okay, now... I had a pretty slow warm-up this time, but we're getting there.
Beautiful.
Good. Good. I'm feeling much better now. I was beginning to wonder where I was going with this.
Awaken.
Don't tell me what to do.
Awaken.
Gorgeous.
Well, at least he's not too noisy about getting hit or anything.
Beautiful. How interesting. Beautiful. Beautiful. Gorgeous.
I have a feeling when you chain that many at a time, it really stings for the opponent.
Beautiful.
Planet power.
You guys know these character names a lot better than I do, don't you? I just see like random
Awaken.
punk Tetris opponent number 37, and you guys are like, I can tell you all of the names of all of these people.
Gorgeous.
Tectonics.
Tectronics? I don't even know. Is that even a word? I don't know that that's a word, but
Gorgeous.
you know what? We'll argue about it after I've beaten the guy.
Beautiful.
We're doing better. We're doing better, for sure.
Now then. Now then.
I think. I say we're doing better for sure, and then I backtrack it by saying, who knows, maybe we're not. But I thought we were. We seemed to be. Okay, well, makes sense that I would use these now, right? This guy has such a loud and obnoxious voice. I'm like, dude, why you gotta sound like that?
Now then.
Awaken.
Beautiful.
Planet power.
Now then. How interesting.
Ah, da ba bop bop da boom. Why you gotta do this to me, Tetris?
Awaken.
This is not the time for this. There we go. This game will be like, here, have these combo setting pieces. And I'm like, that's great, but right now I'm just trying to fight my way out of a danger zone. And it's like, yes, but combo pieces. I don't need combo pieces right now. I need safety pieces. There we go. Now I can have combo pieces. Hit me with all the combo pieces you darn well please. So that I can do this. He's done. Yeah, okay. Is this the... Who is this guy? This is the guy that took me down last time. Well, I ain't letting it happen again, Mr. Poyo Poyo Pants. Okay, that may not have been my smartest move, but I'm gonna roll with it. Yeah, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna roll with that anyway. It seems to be working. There we go! I take everything back. That was a brilliant move, and I should do that more often. Yeah. You know what, pal? Enjoy your victory. Because it's not gonna last very long. That's right, I neutralized you. What do you think of that? How do you feel about that? Loud mouth. Yeah. You can hit me. Woof! Even with specials active, that hit me pretty hard. I'll give the guy credit for that move, because that was fairly brutal. Good. That was what I needed. You probably got too ambitious. That's what I find is most people's downfall in this game. How we doing, chat? I noticed you're a little quiet over there. I can kind of see. Hopefully you're all hanging in there still. I'm one of those people who gets like genuinely worried that I'm talking too much, even while I'm, you know, in theory, running the performance. Y'all ever have that problem? I'm sure that's not just a one-off instance. Okay, good. We'll just use that so we can get that over with. And we'll use that so we can get that over with. Am I up against another Poyo Poyo person? What do y'all keep using Poyo Poyo for? Come fight me at Tetris like, you know, like I'm doing. What are you trying to pull, all this Poyo Poyo nonsense? Oops, well, that was dumb. Dumb and accidental. So, yeah. That may have been... That may be my sinking move. Because that was pretty dumb. I'm gonna try to recover from it, obviously, but I'm not sure if I will. Okay, I didn't need the first one. Why would you give me two of them? Game's all like, here, have another one of the piece that you just tried to get rid of. It only makes sense that you would want, you know, another one. I'm like, no, as a matter of fact, that's not even close to true, but thank you for trying, I guess. Good. Okay. I think I'm recovering. It's not a perfect recovery, but it's a step. Okay. It would be a lot faster if I could stop having to re-combo on myself, but you know, beggars can't be choosers. Ah, gosh dang it to heck! Give me the blue one, you stinking stinker, stinky stink. All right, fine. I don't have time for this. There we go. We'll have to work with it for now and call it a day. Okay, why? Why you gotta be like this? There we go. Okay. That's what I was trying to do. Why'd you have to make it so difficult? Doggone it. Oh, this can't be good. I can feel it's going to end poorly.
Beautiful.
Come on.
How interesting.
Come on, Eye. Pull it together.
Beautiful. Beautiful.
Good. Good. Keep it up. Keep it up. Don't you bail out on me now. Ah! Ah! Why do I do that to myself? Crud.
Now then.
Well, this is going to take forever to fix.
Now then. Beautiful.
Maybe it won't take forever to fix, but it's still not going to be a quick fix.
Now then.
Largely because of
Now then.
all the buildup I acquired by making that bonehead maneuver.
Now then.
There we go! Who am I up against this time?
Now then.
Are we... Whew!
Now then.
This is getting pretty wild, but the fact I'm still in the map, the fact that I'm still in it though,
Beautiful.
I think so far this may be the longest I've survived. At least on stream. Let's do this. You gotta use that move once in a while just to, you know, just to keep them guessing. Okay, I don't really want that, but whatever.
Now then.
This game will be like, here, have a piece of junk that you could not possibly use right now. You're welcome. Stop it!
Now then.
Stop it right now! Okay, I don't... Okay. Ahem!
Beautiful.
Yes, hi, I'm here to leave a message for whoever developed this game. Stop it! Stop doing this to me! No, this is not good. Okay, Okay, I don't need that.
Now then.
There we
How
go.
interesting. Gorgeous.
Okay, maybe we can recover from that after all. Good!
Beautiful.
Better! Excellent! That ought to slow him down for a little bit anyway. Okay, okay, we're back to a semi-organic shape here. This is what I was trying to do earlier. Whew!
You challenging me?
Wow, this guy has quite the voice.
Gorgeous.
Alright. Let's try to slow this guy down before he has a chance to build up too much stuff on me. I don't need that. Sure. We'll roll with it for now, because it's what I've got. Sure.
Now then.
We'll go with that for now. And we'll go with that. And we'll go with that. And we'll throw that over there, and that over there, and we'll wonder why this game likes this piece so gosh dang much.
How interesting. Beautiful.
Then we'll throw this over here, and having completely
Now then.
ruined my build, we'll just, you know, move right along to the next thing, which is trying to ruin his build. Because, you know, nothing goes with sabotage like more of the same. Okay, clear those out. Smack that. Hit this. Ping that. And wonder why that's built like that. And that was not what I meant to do, but okay.
Now then.
I'm really not trying to use this piece right now. I need a blue piece. There we go. Something like that ought to help, at least, in keeping me from completely losing it. I don't know what he's saying. Does anybody else... What is that? Are those even words?
How interesting. Now then. Now then.
So here's something that's kind of fun about this game. It gets redubbed in every country. Or not every country, but it gets redubbed for international releases. So the voice clips...
Beautiful.
the voice clips are different, and... the guy I play as most of the time, most of his lines in Japanese translate to something to the effect of, beautiful or magnificent, or even sometimes just outright saying it's all about presentation. Which is kind of fun, because even though I don't think of myself as particularly fancy, I do like a character who's very confident in his ability to present stuff. And, you know, he's got a stable set, so it's hard to complain about putting him in the match. I mean, we're doing okay, right? We're doing alright, chat, I think. I'm looking over, and it's telling me that nobody's talking, which means either I'm very entertaining or I'm very boring. Hopefully it doesn't mean very boring. YouTube sends me a certificate in the mail. Congratulations, you are certified Dole. You should go and make Grubhub memes instead. I'm sorry, I know. That's like a darkest timeline kind of thing, isn't it? Okay, you know what? This wasn't my first choice, but we're gonna roll with it.
How interesting.
This should knock this guy out fairly soon. I mean, he can't just keep surviving everything I throw at him, right? Eventually, something's gotta give. And I keep coming back and recovering from whatever he's trying to hit me with. I can't even tell if he's actually aiming at me or not. Right back at you. Well, that's a new one. I don't hear that. I don't hear that quote too often. I gotta give the guy credit though. He's definitely trying to catch up on the recoil. Okay, well now we're closer to evenly matched again. So whatever he just did, it worked pretty darn well. We're gonna use this to try to break free, but I'm a little less optimistic than I was all of 30 seconds ago. Oof.
Now then, how interesting. Beautiful.
Come on. This is not boding super well, but I think I can survive.
How interesting.
Big emphasis on think.
Beautiful.
I gotta admit, this guy has more spunk than I originally gave him credit for.
Now then, how interesting. Now then, how interesting.
Come on. Oh, gosh, dang it to heck. Oh, he got me with Tetris. I'm done. I'm done. I'm done. I'm done. There's nothing I can do about it.
I knew I'd win.
Well, gang, how was that? You want me to do it again? How we doing, chat? We still enjoying ourselves? And thank you, Jello. I appreciate the vote of confidence. Hey, I have a high score, so, you know, that's got to be worth something, right? Oh, brother, this guy. Get a load of this guy. Shall we do it again, chat? Alright, if we do this, though, obviously, in honor of, and in memoriam of, Roger Craig Smith, who has stopped voicing Sonic the Hedgehog, we have to play Sonic in the last instance in which he was actually voiced by Roger Craig Smith. This is the last game in which Sonic's longest-running voice actor made his appearance. And if I do this correctly, you'll get to hear him say Limit Break, so that right there is a good reason to play as him, right? I do appreciate your guys' support, chat, but please do let me know if this is getting too repetitive for you, okay? I know it's harder for me to pay attention to what's going on, so I do appreciate your patience. Just keep me posted. Oh, you know what? Let's change up the Poyos. We'll keep the blocks the same. Ah. No, not doing that. I don't know, Tux. I try not to think about it too much. Here we go. This song feels pretty slick. All right, let's do this. Right, Tetris has a different pattern than I, so I'll actually have to get used to that. That sounds familiar. Gotta remind myself how Sonic plays differently. Alright, here we go. Now I gotta try to time myself so that the next move I get is also Tetris, because that's the only way you get to see Sonic do his specialty animation. Which is actually kind of worth it, so I gotta be real cautious about these moves here. Let's do it. Got to see him go supersonic for a moment there. So that means, folks, that Sonic the Hedgehog canonically brought the Chaos Emeralds to a Tetris battle. Just, you know, just for all of you to think about for a moment. Sonic the Hedgehog thought, you know what? You know what I need to win Tetris? The Chaos Emeralds! That's definitely a thing I need. There actually is an arcade version of this. You don't have to get it just on console. There is literally an arcade version of it, so it's funny you bring that up, Tux. So yeah, I actually do notice what's going on in chat. I'm just a lot slower to respond to it now. You know what? We'll just... Alright, enough kidding around. Alright. Let's try to rebuild again. You'll know... Can you guys see the difference in the way Sonic plays? It's kind of funny because he's a speedster, but his method actually... The way his blocks drop, in my mind, actually kind of forced me to slow down and think a little more before I actually do anything. That could be just me overthinking things, of course. I have been known for that. Sure, let's throw that on there, because why not? But let's not throw that on there, because that would be a bad idea. Okay. Ho-hum, ho-hum. There we go. I don't think she's going to enjoy that. Called it. Now, if I could get to a... Whoops. If I could get to a point where I can chain up several moves in a row, we might get to see Sonic say Limit Break, which would be kind of fun, if only because that sounds like something that should definitely be appearing in a different series. And, you know, whatever. It does sound kind of fun when he says it, though. Alright, guys, let's hear the opinions. Who's got better animations, I or Sonic? From the gang I've played as so far, who's got the more entertaining animations? This is the truly important stuff when you play Tetris. It's got nothing to do with, you know, strategy. Good. We've got almost perfectly round blocks here now. I don't need that.
Please go easy on me.
No promises, honey. I'm here to win. Or at least to try to. Also, that sounds like something Cream would say. And I only say that because if you all remember that stream I did a long time ago. Y'all remember that stream? From way back when? Where I played as Cream in Sonic Generations. And one of her call lines was, "Please go easy on me," which was really weird because technically she was, you know, supposed to be running unopposed. I mean, obviously Eggman's robots were there, but it's not really the same, you know what I'm saying? Okay, let's flatten out that wall. And Tetris. I'll just tell you guys right now, I is my actual Tetris main. I like playing as Sonic, but I is definitely my Tetris main. He's got a very consistent and reliable setup, and I like being able to call on those. Good. This may not have been the right time to call that piece, but whatever, we'll roll with it. Oh, it's this guy again. This guy again. Blah, 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 blah. It's probably not the right place to do that, but I'm gonna go with it anyway. Okay, I gotta... Okay. Time to compromise. This is not going to end well for me. Alright, time to enter desperation mode for a minute here. Let me get back to you guys after I've finished breathing. We're not there yet. Come on, Sonic. Come on! Pretty simple, pal. I bested you. Alright, now we're back in business. Whew, I've calmed down again. Hopefully that wasn't too crazy. Okay, you know what? Let's just cheat my way into that since I kind of messed that move up on accident. And Tetris again. Yeah, this guy made me mad last time, so now I think I'll just do my best to roast him alive. Because I did not appreciate the way he played. Which is just a fancy way of saying I didn't like losing to him, but it's still true. So, you know. Okay, I don't have time for that. What even are you talking about, my dude? Like, where are you going with this? Okay. This guy seems to have the ability to recover from quite a fair amount of garbage. So what I need to figure out is how to nail him hard enough to make sure that he can't recover. I'm going to use that later, I have a feeling. Good. Okay, we're getting there. We're getting there. Good. Okay. Set that up. We'll go with that. And then this. 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 Whew. Good, 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 good. Come on, come on, come on. He hasn't recovered from the last set yet, so let's see if I can't keep the pressure on him. Okay. We'll use this to build up some momentum. And then we'll use this to grab some more, and this to finish him. So long. You're not going to be in this match too much longer, that's for darn sure. And this is why. Anything you can do, I can do better. Much better. Much better. Whew. give the guy credit. He's still in here somehow. This gosh darn... You know what? This is starting to get a little irksome. Something about counting my chickens before they hatch, I'm sure. Alright, this is starting to get a little bit past the point of ridiculous. Come on, pal, you can't last forever. In theory, neither can I, but I'm trying to, so one of us has to give, and I would just as soon it not be me. I mean, how many different combos do I gotta nail this guy in the face with before he finally succumbs? There we go! I don't even care if I don't win the next one. I got that guy out, and that's all I cared about at that point. Good. Better. Hold on that one. Let's just open up strong, shall we? Chat's over here like, oh, so this is what Jello sounds like when they're losing their mind. Now you all have the evidence. So in years from now, people ask you, that Jello person, what's up with them? You can say, well, I don't know if you ever watched them play Tetris, but it sure explains a lot. Yeah, no more fancy schmancy, long-lasting survival techniques by the AI. Your job is to come in here and be cannon fodder. And I intend to make sure that you actually fulfill that role. Good. 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 Yes. Nailed it! Get a load of this. Good. Good. Alright, well, she didn't take nearly as long to eliminate, so I'm not sure what... I still don't know what that other guy's deal is, that he just kept coming back from whatever I threw at him. I'm calling shenaniganery on that one. Okay, apparently I've decided to just give up on the whole logical stacking, and I'm just going to go straight for smacking the thing as hard as I can out of the park. Yeah, well, it seems to have worked. I'm not sure how I got away with that, but I did. And you won't hear me complaining about it. Okay, so that's going to be my loading point, I guess. Good. Good. Excellent. Excellent. And perfect. And not exactly, but we're going to go with it. Solid. Okay, we're doing all right. We're doing all right. Let's stack up the danger a little bit more, just to make their lives a little bit harder. Because, you know, what fun is Tetris if you're not making somebody else's life harder? Isn't that kind of the point of competitive Tetris? Some of these people are just coming back in to try to get clobbered again, huh? Is that pretty much how the vibe is leaning now? Okay, I don't need two of them, so I don't know why you're giving me two of them. Ooh, that stings. Okay, you know what? Maybe it's time I quit joking around. There we go. Hit him again. 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 Have fun with that one, lady. Okay, well, I did not expect her to turn all of it around quite so effectively as that, but I will give her props for doing so. But let's see her turn this one. There we go. So I knew eventually one of these had to land.
Yes. Yes. Here we go.
Aren't you glad I didn't make a whole series of videos about this, though? Like, how would that even work? Just long gaps of me not saying anything as I struggle to stay alive. Although, to be fair, the story mode is kind of fun. I don't know if I'd call it... I don't know if I'd call it video fun, but... yeah, we'll throw this here. And we'll throw this here. And this here. Brilliant! Okay. Good. I have a feeling I'm about to hit her pretty hard. Like right now. There we go. And no need to quick drop that one. That's one of those pieces that you let do its own thing, you know what I'm saying? Okay, there we go. Okay, so far I've bested my personal record. How we doing, chat? Oh, take care, Isael. Thanks for joining in today. It was good having you. That seemed like a bad idea. So let's do this instead. Tetris! Okay, I don't think I was up against this guy earlier. Oh shoot, I picked the bad time to use that, but okay. Okay, I recovered pretty fast, so that's good at least. Oh, that stings a bit. It's okay though, I think I can fight him off. I think. Oh shoot, he's preparing a large combo. A really large combo. I can see him getting ready with it too, and I am so much worse at Puyo Puyo than I am at Tetris. Seriously, it's night and day watching me play these two games. Crud. Crud, 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 crud. Okay. Just buy me some space is all I need right now. Okay, we'll throw this guy over here. Good. Okay, we're getting there. Gosh, it's not an easy fight. This guy has definitely stepped up the game. Aw, geez, I still lost out on that one? I thought I did pretty well, too, and I still lost out on that one. Shoot. I'm not so sure I can beat this guy. He seems to be real sturdy is the problem. Well, maybe not. Maybe I was afraid of nothing. I don't like where this is going, though. There we go. That's better. Come on, come on. Alright, we'll go with it. We'll go with it. This works. This is working. Oh boy. Well, that didn't take as long as I thought it would. Alright, we'll just use this, and then we'll use this, and then we'll use this. And then we'll build it all back up again. I'm I'm trying to clear this area out, but it is not making it easy on me. Shoot. I was hoping not to use that. Well, that stings. I'm gonna have to try to fight my way back. Oh, there's no way. I'm doomed. Ugh.
Let's play again. The day is mine.
Whew. Well, that was rough. But hey, it's a new personal best. Well, we tried. Wow. Dude, that's just... Who asked you? Whew. That was wild. Alright, chat. How'd we do? Are we still alive over there? Thank you guys. Do you guys feeling good, or should we change things up? I noticed you guys were pretty quiet over there, probably because I'm not able to look at chat. So, if you guys want me to change things up, now's the time to tell me. I'm just kind of stretching, getting myself adjusted, because that was a pretty brutal set. Ugh. Ugh. Huh. Huh. Tux, did you fall asleep on me? Not to call you out or anything. Whew. This guy's kind of a jerk. You're good. You're alive. We're all hanging in there. Different game. I'm hearing calls for a different game. All right. Shall we head back to some more? Nexamon. Back to Nexamon. Do a little more grinding and see if we can't make some significant progress tonight. There's always this 15-second pause between whatever I say and whatever you guys say, and in the moment I'm like, what should I say in the middle? Also, I noticed his blade is transparent, which is a little bit weird. Like, why is his sword transparent? Why can you see through his sword? Because you know they had to design it like that on purpose, but why would they do that? It's trippy, isn't it? Alright, well, hold on, I'm not trying to do it again. Stop! There we go. Alright, well, you know the drill. I switch your guys' screen, and we go back to where we started, having taken a break from... Nexamon, we now return to it with the idea of making some actual progress. And if we don't, then hey, next time we'll definitely make progress. That's how all the professionals do it, right? All right. And we're back. Perfect. Now we just swap inputs again. Also, I noticed this stream has been a little on the long side, or it feels like it has been, which I think is fine. I'm just kind of happy we're all still hanging in there. Okay, so when we last were here, I was busy beating up Griff over and over and over again. And it was quite the experience. Alright, Rocky, go out there and beat a sporadic. I'll probably do this for a couple more minutes, and then, depending on how everybody's feeling, we might call it a night, just because, you know, it's been a pretty full day. And here's another Griff. Boy, these guys are common. This whole stream should have just been Griff. Griff gets pummeled by Jello over and over. I can't use it because I'm paralyzed. Rats. Let's try it again. There we go. We're gonna get that burb up to a reasonable level eventually. He learned Sacred Mineral. Creates an invisible shield for up to 3 turns using 25% of current HP. That seems like one of those moves that would get, like, sort of useful under certain circumstances, so we'll use it. We'll grab it. Yeah, let's do some more Q&As, guys. It's been a little while. If y'all are still feeling it, let's do a Q&A. This area, man, good grief. Most of the guys I plan on using are like above level 15, but I want to try to bring Ed up to level 15 at least. I don't know why I brought him in this fight exactly. That doesn't strike me as the smartest move I could have made, but whatever, we'll go with it. Eek. Okay, that works. The best Yoshi color aside from the original green? Oh, that's easy. That's easy. It's light blue. Light blue Yoshi is amazing, and it's kind of a travesty that they, okay, I don't know why I would use this move. It doesn't actually attack anything. Sure, we'll get rid of double slash, I guess. The best Yoshi color aside from the original green is light blue. It's got a nice airy color, it's a neat little pastel feel, it's got good contrasts. I am a fan. There's one character I could add to Smash, who would I want it to be? Well, most of the people I care about in Smash are already there, but if I had to pick someone, I'd say Sash Lilac from Freedom Planet would be kind of cool. She's already got a number of in-game combat moves that would adapt pretty well to Smash. And I could see her final Smash being her Dragon Rush move that she already relies on fairly heavily, and which gives her a fair chunk of iframes in the actual game. So it's a nice move for that too. Yeah, I know they don't have to learn the new move. I'm just doing it because I can. So I think Sash Lilac would be a pretty cool character in Smash. I think it's sort of a pity that it's from such a small game it may never even appear. Like, I think it's funny that Shantae is technically in Smash, like, not in any meaningful way, they're just a spirit, but the fact that they're even present when, you know, a few years ago they were just a weird indie game. I think that's kind of an interesting example of how times have changed. The bird leveled up, we're getting there. Deals great plant type damage with high accuracy. So it's basically fauna, but it takes a lot more effort. We'll dump combo. Yeah. Oh! Apparently that was enough to bring out a whole new form. We got all sorts of evolutions going on. And holy Toledo, it's adorable! Bombreal? Holy... Hey, that thing's got a Meloetta-esque hair headset on the top there. That looks like the fighting type Meloetta. Neato. If I could add any Pokemon to Pokken, I think a Pokemon that probably deserves to be in Pokken, but is kind of overlooked. Well, see, some of the Pokemon I like that I wish were in the game are technically in the game, but they're, like, not playable. But if we eliminated Pokemon that have no presence whatsoever in the game, which is what I'm going to do. I'm not going to evolve into a bird, but that bird evolved into a pretty slick-looking bird. Wow, that actually worked. Okay. What was I saying? Oh, Pokemon I would add to Pokken. I think one of the more overlooked ones. Well, I see why they left Primarina out, but I still think it's a pity. You know, it's one of those Pokemon that it feels like it kind of deserves it. But if... Well, no, Absol is a support Pokemon, so that's got to be excluded from my list based on what I said earlier. Who else would be a good choice? You know what? This one's out of the blue, but I think it would be kind of fun if Minccino was there. I mean, yeah, it's played to be a really small Pokemon, but I would do it. I think it'd be cool. I think that would be a good choice. Okay, so that works. Now the bird is fighting their own battles. Good for them. Which means only the ghost isn't really gaining anything right now. Alright, I'm gonna hand off the cores from Squishy here, who leveled up very well and very fast, I might add. I can't include support mons. That's true, it did used to be support. In that case, Absol. I think Absol would be a great choice, and I kind of think it's a bummer that Absol's not present in the game as more than support. And I don't get why Croagunk is, but that's a whole other story, so there we go. But yeah, I would like Absol as a main fighter. I think that'd be cool. If they were still offering any support for that game at all, that would be the update I wanted to see. This one looks like it's a different color. Hey guys, are they always like this? Do they always look like this? Can somebody just remind me if this is the right color for this thing? Because it looks different to me. It might not be. It might just be my imagination, but it looks different. Yeah, it's not different, is it? I'm just losing my mind because of how many colors I've seen tonight. Dang you, Tetris! Alright, well, let's beat it up. That's not really what I meant, but it'll work. Yeah. Well, it makes it easier, frankly. I hate trying to tell shinies apart in the Pokemon games, so if Nexamon has a neat little beep 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 feature, that's great in my mind. Oh look, another Griff! You definitely don't see 237 of these a day. How many of these guys have we beat up in this stream, do you think? Should have renamed the stream after that. I don't know why I use Crushing Boulder. It's not even remotely my best move for this. But sure, we'll go with Bite. I have to appreciate how these battles just run through and end real fast. Like, it's not like a Pokemon game where there's a whole like, it doesn't make you go through all that. It's just, hey, you beat something. Like, as charming as it is, when you've got 37 random encounters in one field, it gets a little bit annoying. Griff was your first shiny? With how many I've seen, you'd expect that I would have hit a shiny by now, but no such luck. Yeah. Go ahead and use your move. Now watch while I one-hit KO you. Bye. Or not. I could just suffer from paralysis. That's totally fine. There we go. That's true. You also get money in wild battles, which I think is a nice little thing that would be good in regular games. I mean, I think it's cool that Meowth's pickup ability technically allows you to use Payday to spam money, but Payday is such an oddly specific move type that it doesn't always end up actually being helpful. You know what I'm saying? It's just one of those things. I'm just gonna keep trying to use... Okay, well maybe I won't keep trying to use the bird. But I thought originally it was gonna work pretty well, so that was cool. Bird leveled up again. Boy, this ghost is the only guy that doesn't want to... It must be like a Magikarp kind of principle. It takes forever, but once it's done, man, it's totally worth it. that was rude. Let's try using fauna again. Yeah, that works. The bird is doing all the work tonight. This is a much more balanced team. I don't know how I managed to get as far as I did earlier with such an imbalanced mess. Okay, well that worked. I like fauna because it's a higher speed move. I think that priority really comes in handy. Let's try to beat whatever this thing up. Alright, Andromeda, I don't feel like taking the long way around, so could you do me a favor and just beat the daylights out of whatever this thing is, like, right now? Thank you. That's perfect. Oh, right over there. It's like another guy just overheard and was like, I want in. There we go. These one-hit KO moves, man. Gotta love them. Whew. Oh, okay. Well, I don't want to use you against this. It's Squishy's turn. Because that move doesn't do much, but this will. Wow, it missed. That's rude. There. Wow. This is a pretty hardy frog. Not that hardy, but still pretty hardy. Alright, what's the next question? Let's hear it. Keep them coming. Frog, frog, frog. That sort of works. My favorite medieval weapon? I mean, I'm gonna assume that by favorite medieval weapon you don't mean like a sword, because that's just a little bit obvious. I'm gonna say that my favorite non-sword medieval weapon is probably the catapult. Wait. That's a cool color. I never noticed how cool that yellow looked before. Hey, that's rude. Let's just double slash him out of here. I think the catapult's kind of a neat idea, although I don't know if does it count as medieval, or does it technically precede medieval era? Whoa, okay, I didn't even realize there was a guy in there, but alright, cool. We'll roll with it. Ballistas? A ballista? That's just a fun word to say. I think catapult is also kind of a fun word to say, though, to be totally honest. Just keep using Leaf Dance to beat up these bugs. Next question. Keep them coming. Whew. Oh. Oh, man. Hey, when that happens. There we go. Isn't Gmod that thing where people mess around with 3D models and make some really, we'll say, interesting looking stuff? Okay, this was a dumb Pokemon. This was a dumb matchup. I don't know why I thought this was a good idea. Okay, let's heal up. Yeah, it's kind of a virtual make your own kind of deal. Infamously responsible for some of the strangest animation on YouTube. Alright, I'm gonna try to put this bird in charge of this. There we go. Easy peasy, rice and cheesy. I should have hit harder. But whatever, twice is enough. We're so close, guys. So close to having everybody at level 15. I still haven't figured out how this works. As far as the determining critical hits things goes. Oh, there we go. Spoopy leveled up. Deals ghost type damage. Low speed. Well, every move here is low speed. We're gonna dump Glare and replace it with Soul Feeder, which is just a super intense name. Just when you thought Dream Eater sounded weird, it's like Soul Feeder. Alright, and now we gotta give these cores from Spoopy to Ed. Not all of them. I'm gonna give Ed some of them. Just to try to bring that mutual synergy up a little bit more. We're nearing the end of our quest to 15, folks, but I don't think I'm gonna have it in me to move on from that, so we'll have to finish up this quest some other time. See, if I'm making that sound, I can only imagine what it's like for the rest of y'all. 6 XP, oh my goodness, at this rate we'll never manage to level Ed up. We gotta put Ed in the front. Ed, you're in charge now. Because I need you to start contributing more. Here's this boy again. This guy again. Okay, hit faster. We hit harder. Yeah, that's fine. Good. We're getting warmer. We're getting real close. Okay, this is a grass type, so it's not going to do much good to have this guy in charge. Rocky, you're up. And the first thing it does is poison me. Well, that's just rude. You beat up my mouse? That's just rude. You can't do that. I mean, you can, but it doesn't appreciate it. Okay. Oh, come on, really? I don't know why an electric type move caused puzzled status, but I'll take it. We're so close. So close. I'm gonna put Rocky in charge of this one. But now we all have an idea of how much time it takes to grind in this game. I mean, I've been streaming for, you know, over 3 hours now, and granted some of it was Tetris, but for the most part we've stayed in this one spot and just kind of walked in circles, so you know, that's a real, in my mind, that's a real sign of ooh, that stings. It's a real sign of how much effort it takes, in my mind anyway. Okay, there was no reason to use Thunder twice, but I'm gonna do it anyway, I guess. Alright, just one more battle and that should be enough. In theory, anyway. Rocky, you go out and take care of this for me, will ya? It's not quite what I had in mind, but I'll work with it. Rude. Just drop a rock on his head. That seemed kind of rude, don't you think? Ed is level 15. Well, folks, we did it. We got everybody to level 15 or higher. Ed was the holdout in tonight's experience, but what a stream. Whew. I don't know about you all, but I feel like we had a good, productive experience, despite the fact that we never actually left this field. So let me just save so I don't lose that. Look at that. Look at that. We broke 7 hours on this thing. And my reputation is still garbage. But whatever, we'll fix that later. I think, folks, that is where we should call it. The longest 3 hours ever. I hope you don't mean that in a bad way, Jello. I hope. But I do appreciate you guys all taking some time to hang out with me on a Friday like this and just, you know, chat and shoot the breeze and grind for XP so we can actually get somewhere in this story, for heaven's sakes. With that in mind, I'm going to wish you all a fantastic rest of your day, so thank you so much for watching. If you haven't checked out the video I just dropped, go ahead and do that because it details a contest and you guys could win stuff with Jello on it, which, you know, is always kind of cool. And with that in mind, I'm going to wish you all a fantastic rest of your weekend, and, well, you guys know the saying. Ciao for now.